anytime you're ready, you can start the recap.
Oh, cool. Okay. We started off last session with our players getting teleported to some unknown place after opening the Pyxis of Pandemonium. As the box vanished, our players found themselves in what looked to be some sort of stone chamber. 10-foot-tall ceilings and stonework that wasn't anything they had ever seen before. Helga and Sabryn were beside each other, but the rest were alone. They then all heard a voice speak, a deep rumbling voice that told them they were intruders in this sacred place and must be punished unless they can find their way out before its defenses find them. They were in a maze. Luck had it, as this was the maze spell, and of course, in true fashion, everyone but Tooth rolled a nat 20 intelligence check and were instantly teleported back. Tooth, however, found himself alone and could hear the sounds of something coming from all around him. As the wall in front of him smashed open, from one side came some sort of ooze. He found himself looking at something he had only ever seen once, Minotaur. With the memory of Prex still in his head, he told this creature in his own language that he was no threat as he was a friend to Prex the Mighty. The massive horned Minotaur then grabbed a small horn from its belt and blew a high-pitched note, and the labyrinth went silent. Tooth then learned a lot about Prex. She was Prex Stonehoof, the Wind Singer, and this labyrinth was created in her honor to test youths in a sacred rite of passage. Tooth was then taken to a large statue of Prex in her full glory, and inscribed all over it were names of friends, family, and even a list of her enemies that she had slain. The list was long. Tooth then learned that Prex was both guide and teacher for her tribe, and that they were currently in a place called Thal? I don't know, deep within the Moonsea Mountains. Tooth had no idea where that was, but was just happy to see her once again, even if it was a statue. As the spell started to fade, he was told to come visit when he could, then found himself back in Nathrandal with his friends. After they figured out what had happened and learned all that Tooth told them, it was time for a nice 2-week staycation in the Fable Rise with Yarn Spinner. 2 weeks in the Fable Rise is roughly 14 hours outside of his domain of delight, so it was a win-win. Francisco's soul and energy was fully back to normal after resting and relaxing and finding a few cuddly creatures to help him through this pain. Tooth got bored after a few days of sitting idle and helped build some houses for some of the humans and humanoids here. Talos took said humans out of the Fable Rise and teleported them to Sanctuary with permission from the Dean so they could live and learn there. Then Sabryn and Helga spent a lot of time in Yarn Spinner's vast library. They also learned that those inside were training, learning, and keeping active. Also, this place was much bigger than they originally thought, and that guards were posted in areas they were not allowed to go. After they were rested, they finally emerged to witness the judgment of Priences, where things got dark. The matron mother used her divine intervention to have Axiom join them all, and to make sure they saw what was needed from the mirrors of Nithrandal, and the goddess answered. The mirror of unforgiven shadows showed Priency doing some sort of dark, bloody ritual, to which they saw him kiss a tattoo on his hand. When the vision was over, Axiom went over and unclenched the fist of Priency's, and out came dark tendrils that wrapped around the goddess and started to squeeze her. It called her a pathetic godling, and that Lunara will soon be his to use as he sees fit, and to take all those that worship her off this planet before they all die. Lilith, the Cuthrickmancer, then ran over and cut off his hand, which exploded outright, killing her. Axiom then raised a hand, and Lilith took a breath once again, then shoved Priences toward the Mirror of Forgotten Truths. This one showed a pact with a dark entity that called himself, is it Caden? Caden the Buried Flame. First god of this realm, whose planet died long before the others were created, and has since been drifting off into the darkest regions of space. Claims to be the god of vengeance, secrets, pain, and broken oaths. Priency then gave an oath to this being and was given the tattoo. Axiom then shoved Priences towards the waiting Drow to deal with as they saw fit, and looked right at our party and told them it's time to leave. They had a few questions for this goddess, to which she answered. She basically told them she had no idea who or what that was, which for her was a first. but she would look into it and told them to finish their mission and that Kaga was waiting for them. She then opened up a portal for them to all enter. Francisco at this point asked her for more power to help with what's to come. She informed him that he isn't what she would call worthy of her help unless he swore an oath to her. Not really understanding what that would do, he agreed as long as she gave him the help she promised. So, as the rest of our party went through the portal, Francisco was teleported to the first temple of Axiom. The first temple of Axiom he went to, where after giving a gift, was given a handshake in return, a handshake that felt at the time, I don't know what the sentence is, Brandon, was one that was soon to happen in real life. Today was that handshake.
When he first went into the temple, right after you guys met him, he put some gold in the open hand and was rewarded with a handshake. Today was that handshake.
Okay. All I remember is him going into temples and getting slapped. But
that was the third temple he went in. Yeah. He was a tiefling.
After giving his oath, our chaotic, evil-ish, half-drow, pirate bard rogue became a lawful neutral Francisco, champion of Axiom, paladin of the open seas. Bard and rogue no more, and one extra level later, he went through the portal, leaving his old life behind and looking towards a new one.
He's level 10 now.
Bestie.
Yep. So 3 of you guys are level 10, 2 of you are still level 9. And a level 6 fighter.
Oh, right, her.
Who has more health than most of you guys.
Certainly more than
because we gave her tough. And a high con. Yeah. Yeah. So as you all emerge, it's probably a good 30 seconds before Francisco finally comes in behind you all. And before Francisco's in, you do realize that the big open archway is Grimgrin and he's waving to you. But after that happens, you see Francisco come through. He is, well, you describe what you are.
Well, Francisco overall looks the same.
A
little healthier, beefier. I'm immune to disease now, so I don't have to clap anymore. But yeah, he looks bulkier, beefier. He has, I think the best expression for it would be he has more of a dad expression on his face. He looks a little bit more serious, more stern. And his armor's changed. He went from a breastplate to half plate. So yeah.
You want to find the image around his neck, and affixed to his, I'll put it in Discord, affixed to his armor is this symbol.
With the hand or just the thing in the hand?
That's basically the necklace. The hand in the coin is etched on the armor.
Gotcha. Hi, Grimgrit. Did you do a quick change?
Hi, guys. Who's the dwarf? Never met her.
Oh.
Helga wasn't there at the time when you guys met Grimgrin.
She's our friend now.
It's
cool.
Why is the archway talking?
That's Grimgrin. He's our friend from before.
Oh, that's the... Okay, that's different. Oh, and by the way, when Axiom was telling you all that you need to go, she said the 5 of you, not the 6 of you, and Helga went up and punched her in the face. Can I have a quick perception roll, please, for Sabryn? This is as soon as Francisco comes through the portal.
I don't know. I'm still thinking about Francisco's quick change, but I guess I'll try.
You'll also feel this from Helga.
Perception?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Her hand is shattered.
Yeah.
And she is holding that back. She's a little teary. She hasn't said a word since she punched the god, and her hand is mangled.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
I do not heal that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna help her.
Okay. If you don't,
she can sleep on it.
Okay. It's like everything's broken, so it will need healed, or she's not going to be able to use it.
And we're going to a druid grove. It's probably fine.
Okay. Oh, actually, she's a fighter. She can use her.
She does
second
have second wind.
Yeah, she'll be fine. Okay. She's been holding back. You can see a few tears, but yeah, pretty much as soon as she shakes off Grimgrin, the rest of you all see Francisco, and I would assume he's a little happy. Oddly enough.
I'd say he has a little bit of a smirk on his face.
Because the last thing you did hear before you stepped through the portal was the final scream of your father dying.
Yeah. He definitely has a look of relief on his face. Hey.
You okay? No.
This feels weird.
What?
Wait, don't... Are you clean shaven?
No, I'm not clean shaven. I still have my scruff.
You've gone too far if you are.
A little glow just emanating from yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I now have an aura about myself. A couple auras about myself, actually. I just had a conversation with Axiom is all, and well, here I am.
Good talk?
Pretty good.
Can I have religion rolls, please?
Tooth, you said something, but I don't know if it was me. I couldn't hear it.
Oh, really? Is this coming through?
Oh yeah.
Can anybody hear him?
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, you're really quiet.
Let me drop out.
Okay. I'll turn you up on my end.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted to make sure it was me because it needs to be here.
Okay.
Better?
Nope.
No, weirdly enough, no. You were loud earlier, now you're not.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Sure.
Religion?
Yeah.
24.
Of course. Francisco, you can roll one too if you like.
Okay, yeah. Damn it, I can't grab my dice.
Yeah.
I'll just roll it right here while I grab them. 14.
Yeah. Okay. 14's close enough. For clerics and paladins of Axiom, their holy symbol is called the Gilded Hand. So it's definitely a holy symbol. But yeah, like his armor still has that faint, like sea breeze.
Sea smell.
Yeah. A few barnacles on it, a little bit of seaweed.
Oh, wait.
There we go.
Sea breeze by Axiom.
All right, new merch.
100%. If that's not Francisco's retirement plan, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, just smells like urine and brine.
Well, I'll say this much. I think at least, and you can correct me if I say this wrong. But it looks like Granny's not the only preferred person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
What did you do exactly?
we had a conversation, and I thought about some life choices, and in return for her favor, she has gained my loyalty.
And she gave you muscles?
She did a little bit. I mean, I already had muscles, but they're They're not bad, huh?
8 to a 14.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I know, but come on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hard to see under the plate though. It's half plate, so yeah.
yeah, like I said, I feel healthy.
Okay, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah. Talos, do you think you can do your thing on these items we got from
Sorry, I'm out of the loop. Which items?
the items from
just so you knew what they were, but you still actually hadn't identified them yet.
yeah. Now Francisco fully did just like put on the sword. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh no, the magical items, ones which are cursed. No, we did do that.
Did you?
Oh, did we?
We did it before the maze ever happened.
Sweet.
No, because as soon as you
I burnt through spell slots to
that's
do
right,
identify.
Right. Sorry. Yep. So you do know what they are.
So, and for instance, you can say yay or nay to this. Francisco, feeling new power, he wants to grab the gloves. Say, and do remove curse. Like,
Oh, all right.
yeah, I know. You said that these were kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I think I can do something about that. Whether it's just like a feeling.
Remind me what the gloves. You have them in your inventory. Tell me.
Yeah, I have them in my inventory. Give me a second. I can do gloves for the brown maiden.
Water breathing plus 1 sleight of hand. Each long rest, roll a d20 on a 1 to 3. You wake up underwater 60 feet from the nearest air pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So remove curse won't remove the curse from the item. The item still remains cursed. All the remove curse will do is if you put them on and cast remove curse, then the curse is gone until you remove the item.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Freaking! I always thought remove curse is permanent removal.
I think it is, but
Is it? Okay. If
It doesn't have to be.
that'll work. Let me double check.
But even if it
isn't,
isn't,
I thought it was like
but even if it isn't, yeah, it wouldn't go off on the first day anyways. So.
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed item, its curse remains. Yeah, you're right. But the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Yes.
So it's only if it's stuck.
Yeah, it's like a remove, like a dispel magic. It just negates it, so you can take it off.
I was more hoping for like a.
It's not a terrible curse for you.
It's not
because of the breastplate.
Exactly. But like it was really for me to play with shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
yep,
I don't want to do that if it's not gonna work.
It'll still work.
So,
like if you ever got teleported, all you have to do is remove curse, and then you'd be fine for that day, or until you take them off again. That's what I mean. But
yeah.
All the curses is probably the best.
Yeah.
The item gives you water breathing as well.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 items that give us water breathing.
Yep. Yeah, I pretty much tried to make all these like something he would have on him and need at certain times or whatever.
Yep.
Did anyone take the cape?
Nope, not yet.
Nope. Remind me what the cape does. That gives you teleport.
Misty Step once per
Misty
short
Step.
rest. Advantage on stealth checks underwater or in darkness is what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that the other one that gives you water breathing, or was that something else?
No, it's.
I'm thinking. Yeah, it's my armor.
Something
So that's
got
good.
you
Gloves
cursed.
also gave you, but
I thought you meant a second cursed object that gave you underwater breathing. That's fine.
But Sabryn, as Francisco is feeling rather different, nice. If you
has the Sword of Bardic Inspiration as a reminder.
Yep, I've already took that out of my inventory.
Yep.
He'll hand you the cape along with his gloves of thievery.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to give you something now.
In your
But I
head, you're
like
gonna
all
go.
my
You could give him a hug.
things.
It kind of looks like he needs one. That's Helga.
Oh, I thought it was the sword. I was like, really?
Yeah, Helga.
There's many things in my head. Okay.
Yep.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, all right. I give Francisco a hug.
He'll give you like a side
I would
hug back.
say a big hug, but my strength is actually
Yeah.
still 8, so it
I know.
doesn't do anything. But
And yeah, he's in plate, so it's like clink.
the intent is there. Yeah, that's a clang.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, he'll do a side hug back, and I don't really
Immediately so suspicious.
delete these gloves out of my inventory.
No, and as a reminder, Grimgrin told you that Kaga will be here, but he doesn't have an ETA. It could be an hour, it could be 6 hours. He doesn't know. He's telling you you can walk if you like, or sit and wait. And your passive perceptions will let you realize that from where you guys currently are on the map, about 30 feet behind you is the dome. It's gotten bigger again.
Oh, okay.
And it's slowly starting to look like
Yeah.
very soon we'll start taking over Yuna. And
Yeah.
your passives would also let you know that you'd be able to tell that in and around the dome, you'll see signs of movement. Definitely druids are out there patrolling, and most of them have animals with them. Bears, wolves, foxes, a variety of birds. You are pretty much surrounded by druids right now that are protecting whatever the dome's doing.
Neat. Before I just kind of hold up the cloak.
Mhm.
Does anybody feel like they particularly want to like be better at stealth underwater or in the dark? Because I'm okay at it. I can't misty step on my own, but if someone else wants it, I have a lot of stuff right now, and I know you guys were kind of mad that I read all the books without you. So does anybody else want it?
Oh, I don't have water breathing with the armor.
No, it's just if you go
It's
to
just
zero,
Smith speed.
yeah, it's the swim
Oh,
speed,
wait.
and it's pretty much a life jacket. If you go to 0 hit points, it pretty much brings you to the top surface.
I'm gonna put on the new clothes.
I
Okay.
also put on my new gloves.
Okay.
Does anybody want the
Helga would
cape?
pretty much tell you she's a great
Not you.
swimmer, but it just takes a while
Anybody
for her to get
else?
out of her armor.
She doesn't count.
Yeah,
She
'cause
punched a goddess 5
I-
seconds ago.
like-
She doesn't get shit right now from me.
plate mail takes 10 minutes to get out of.
The sneaking isn't really my style, but I don't want to hold the group back. So if you want me to be better at that, I'll take it.
3 of you don't need to breathe under as a reminder.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
just literally Francisco, Tooth, and Helga.
Yeah, Tooth, do you want the cloak? You have to attune to it, but you can like make yourself teleport a short distance, like once a day or something. That might be useful for you.
Is that the thing where I sit down and I
Yeah,
think
you
and
think
I
about it
try
for
not
like
to
an
fall
hour,
asleep?
and then you can use it.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try it.
Yeah, I don't
Francisco, is
think.
that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I can really be that quiet with the clanking now.
Yeah,
So
you'll get used to that.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
I feel like Talos.
So Tooth, you should be able to add
Mm.
Cape
Talos
of
is a
the
fighter.
Inkwake. Should be able to add that.
Yeah, there's a what's the name of it again? I can't remember what I typed.
Inkwake.
Inkwake. Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
weird one.
because when you do the Misty Step, it leaves
Leaves the squid. Yeah, it's like
squid ink where you left.
yeah, like the cape is almost like it's got like a pattern of like an octopus on it. Maybe it was made from an octopus. It's kind of hard to tell.
Oh, sad.
It's from parentheses. Like, come on.
If no one's going to object, I think I'm going to keep this pearl. It seems useful.
Yeah. For it.
You get first dibs, Francisco. It was your... Why? Who am I echoing from?
Francisco.
Is it me? Oh, okay. It was your dead dad's stuff.
True.
It's your inheritance.
Your inheritance. Thank you.
That's okay. I don't know how I feel about that one.
You can always sell it.
Well, the curse on this compass seems a little bit like a bad idea, at least current. So I think that's just going to go into the bag. We can use that if needed. But the pearl's mine.
Speaking of magic stuff, I still have this one book. The other one I hid because we're not ready for it yet. But the other two are just books. But this one, it was sort of like the other one I read. That made me like just a little bit more charming. But this one is for a different thing. I'd like to read it, especially because I think maybe I need it, but as I just kind of like wave my sword arm, after not being able to control myself the other day. But if anyone else wants to read it instead, I figured I'd ask first because I didn't last time.
It's
Does
basically a
anybody feel
+2
like they
to your wisdom.
particularly want to be wiser right now?
I can't remember what caster you guys are at.
You're still the nerd. I actually have a really good wisdom save now.
Yeah, 3 nerds actually. I can't remember what Ben's wisdom's at.
I'd say pretty high for Druid.
Started off sorcerer though, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. As did I.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay if I read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Everyone?
Fine with me.
Okay.
I'm already
alright, thank
perfect,
you.
so you may as well read it.
I didn't offer it to you. Okay, fine. Anyways, I'll put it back in my backpack.
They can still beat you up.
That's not hard!
Yeah, I know. We're working on it.
I went for a run. Like 2 times.
Yeah, and you fell over and you don't breathe.
That's true. Anyways. That got bigger, right? As I point to the dome. Like that's not supposed to be this far out, right?
Definitely. We really should get inside there soon.
I don't think the Druids are gonna like that it's encroaching on their territory.
Yeah, you definitely see signs of people like abandoning some houses that are there and leaving.
Yeah.
Like Una itself is like 25,000 people in that spot.
So is it? Oh, it's going like
literally
backwards
starting
from the plains.
Yeah, it's like
okay,
literally
I see.
starting to take over top of like it's close.
The windmill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you say the center is?
Well, it's pretty much like the entire like outline where the roads are. It's pretty much like there. So it's starting to be approaching Lake Mead. This road's probably already gone. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because it's not an oval shape, but it's like almost taking over that entire area. It's bigger than that right now, but yeah, I should put one on there. It's almost double that. I'll make one at some point for you. Need to center it perfectly.
Okay, I guess we should talk to Kaga then. Hey, Grimgrin, what's been going on here? How is it here? Like, how are things with Kaga? Are you okay? Do you like it here enough?
Well, it's different. I'll say that. I get, well, feeding me was challenging for her because I need organic. So she figured with the millions of insects in a forest, I can feed off that. So she asked me to become. I'm just like literally, they tore down the old arch and I'm up here now. Yeah, I will let you know. This is all in your head. At least he's telepathic. You are being watched. I pretty much let people know if there's any really intruders, people that shouldn't be coming through here, because it's currently dangerous. You probably can't see them though.
We told Kaga we were coming, right?
I'm pretty sure we did.
You let her know, yeah. You just didn't give a date because Axiom pretty much just brought you here.
Shipped us, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I just
Axiom
start
did
waving.
She knows.
in a
Does
circle.
she know that we're currently here?
Yes.
We told her we were coming here after we went and visited the Drow, but we didn't say when we were coming.
But Axiom did let you guys know that Lunara told Axiom to tell you to hurry and go to so yeah. A lot of people are trying to get you guys
To hurry
to go
to
talk
come
to
here?
Kaga. Yes.
Okay.
Because you are trying to get her husband's signature.
Yeah. I guess we hurry and we find Kaga then. But I do wave in a circle to anyone watching, even though I don't think I can see them. I just hi. We were invited. Okay.
You pretty much have like a pine cone thrown at Grimgrin that he absorbs. Yeah, I shouldn't have told you that, sorry. But yeah, you guys can either wait here or just start walking. It's up to you.
I don't know if us being
Let's
on
go.
the move. Okay.
Let's look around. See what's happening.
Okay. Time-wise, I think you're like 1-ish, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go look around Yuna.
Are you going to go into Yuna or keep going to Fort Yuna straight down?
It's Fort Yuna that she's at, right?
Yeah, wherever
Or
we
she-
think Kaga is.
Okay, so you're going straight south. Okay.
Fort Yuna. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much along the way, you're going to eventually, by the time you just passed Yuna and hit Yuna Lake, you're going to notice that you're not really the only ones on the road. There are people moving, and most of them are quite grumbling and looking back at the dome. Most people are ignoring you completely. But there are a lot of wildlife here. Like, lots. And you do see the odd druids training in the forest.
I 100% try to pet anything not nailed down to a person already. Like, I wander away several times while we're walking.
Sabryn, we have things to do. We have things to do. Let's go.
But there's a bear.
No, we have things to do.
No.
Tooth's basically a bear. Pet him.
Okay. I go over.
You want to pet those?
I'll do
Look
it.
what happened. Look what happened to Helga's arm. That'll happen to you.
I'm gonna risk it. I pet Tooth.
You pretty much have, like, Lucky immediately stop and look at you, go, I'm right here. Like, that's the feeling you're getting from Lucky. It's like, I'm right here, bitch. You want to pet something?
Oh, the
You
deep
can pet me.
brothy?
Yeah.
Oh, is Lucky with us?
He's a
Oh, okay,
little
cool.
jealous.
I didn't know he was here.
Yeah, sorry.
I go pet Lucky.
Okay.
After I see that Tooth probably
you
doesn't
leave
like
your
that,
vibe
I go pet the deep brothy instead.
Yeah. Hey.
Every time I see a new pet, I just pet him harder.
Yeah,
I can't
that
do that. I
can
can't do any
believe.
damage, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to do while you wait and drive?
I mean, Francisco's gonna take his time to attend to his 2 new items,
Okay.
and he's kind of just gonna reflect, figure out how he feels.
Yeah. You have new abilities that you've never tested before. Some of them are similar to what you've had before, but there's a
Not
lot
a
of
lot.
new shit there. Like some that are just happening without you even realizing it. Like your aura itself, that's not something. Yeah, that's new.
You all feel better around me, by the way, because while you're 10 feet within me, 10 feet within me,
Oh,
10 feet
One
you
of
got
those days,
taller
right?
too. Okay.
within of me. So as of right now, I have aura of protection. So within 10 feet of me, you have +4 to all saving throws.
That's why I thought I could pet the bear.
You have all this within 10 feet. Aura of liberation. So you cannot be grappled or restrained. And aura of courage. So you can't be frightened.
Yep.
Which is another reason why you thought you could pet the bear.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave him two options. It was either Open Seas Paladin or Devotion. That was the only two he was going to be able to get. Open Seas kind of fits Francisco.
I have many above table opinions about Oath of the Seas Paladin, but it's
I
fine.
know.
I love Francisco. Everything's
Exactly.
fine. Yeah, as we're kind of just going along,
Mhm.
Sabryn kind of gets a thought real quick, and pulls out like a little map, just like a handheld one or whatever.
Yep.
And I want to just chart on it real quick where the dome was to start with,
Okay.
where it is now,
'Kay.
how long it took for it to grow that much,
Okay.
and then ask Talos if he can help me try and figure out the math to see, if we give it another same amount of time, how big could it
Okay.
actually get?
History roll then, please, for all of you.
Oh, sure.
If you asked anyone else.
I asked Talos, but
Just Talos?
everyone's
Okay.
there. So.
Yeah. Everyone would know. I'll take a history roll for everybody.
Ew, not great.
12.
15.
What's Ben got?
8.
Okay.
Okay.
That works. Ben, I would assume with an 8. How are you feeling heading this way with your memories of growing up here, I should say, and living here? You haven't got a lot of this place back. You have most of it, but there's still parts that aren't here. But you do know you have helped build this place, basically.
Probably just like kind of overwhelmed, just kind of thinking back to everything. 'Cause it's like it's it's like not entirely clear. There's just a lot of things to remember.
Yep.
So yeah, probably just a little overwhelmed.
Okay.
And not quite sure how to process it.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Your history rolls would let you know, remind you that the dome didn't start immediately expanding until you guys left it for the second time. As soon as you guys left it for the second time, when the portal opened and all the Fae came through, it was almost a couple days after that when it started slowly, but it was more after the time stop when it started to really expand. Because they technically had a year in there to build and whatever's going on in there. Probably a lot more births in a year. So that could be the reason. It's kind of hard to tell for you. But it's been at least almost 2 weeks since then, in and around there. I can't remember the exact date, but it's close to 2 weeks. So you're looking at in between 1 and 5 feet a day for the last 2 weeks. And you're on 9-day weeks. So 18 days at 1 to 5 feet. So in and around maybe an extra 100 feet.
Okay.
Which is still quite a lot. Because that's everywhere and taller. But it almost looks like it might be 10 feet a day now. It's expanding faster than it did before. And I'll take a quick intelligence roll from you guys. See if you can figure out the rate of expansion if it keeps up.
Yeah, that.
If I could give you the mathematical equation for that, will you give me advantage on the roll?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's y equals ae to the negative bx.
Mhm.
Really cool equation for working out.
Okay. Within a month, it'll be at the New Hope Chapel. Within within a month would get there. 2 months. Within 3 months, it'll be probably double in 2 months.
2 months doubled.
Yeah. Unless you can figure out
But-
what's going on and why.
Yeah.
If memory serves, the last time we talked to Lunara, she was in control, aware of and in control of the growth.
Yes, but none of you insight checked that.
Well, she
Mm,
also
okay.
said she was going to be out of commission for a while, right? After the
Yep.
time stop?
Yep.
Yeah.
As
It
far
was
as
like
you know, she's trying, but she did say it is challenging.
pretty much all she can do to
Yeah.
contain the dome.
Yeah. Hey, Francisco.
Yes.
Just so you have like a deal or a follower or something of Axiom now, right?
Yeah, I guess it's
That
more of a
thing-
deal.
Can
Contract.
you like talk to her? Like directly?
I don't
From your spell
know.
list, I
There's
think you
an
have
augury. I do.
yeah.
And,
It's going to be a trial and error for you for everything from now on.
oh
This is
yeah.
the first time you've done anything. So,
I can. I don't know. I can give it a shot.
I
Hold
was
on.
just
Let me
curious.
see. Yeah. Well, you know what? Francisco's gonna reach into a pocket, into a pouch, and pull out 25 gold pieces because that's what makes sense to me,
mhm.
especially for her. And he's gonna cast augury and toss him on the ground. And let's cast it. And there's nothing I roll for it. It's
No, just tell me what you're asking.
DM chooses. What do I need to ask the Sabryn? Is there
About
anything?
the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 days.
Mhm.
Do we need to hurry up and get into the dome? There we go.
Sure.
He doesn't know what to ask. So
Do you need to hurry? Do you want to be more specific than just hurry? Hurry could
Would it-
mean today, hurry could mean a week.
should we get into the dome within a week?
Within a week.
Technically, it says within the next 30 minutes about the results of a specific course of action within the next 30 minutes.
Yep.
But Francisco doesn't know this.
No, that's fine.
He did. So
2 gold go away out of that pile.
Mhm.
And they kind of hover in front of you a little bit. Kind of like a yeah. And then they vanish.
okay. Now, would you say that's a will or a woe or a will
That
and
is gonna
woe or
be
nothing?
Will and woe. Yeah. That's
Okay.
you're in and around the timeline, give or take maybe a couple days.
I think we need to go into the dome after coffee. That's what that's kind of telling me.
Do we have anything else that we need to be doing? I mean, this
We-
is the closest we've been in a while. So
We still need to
have
drop
no
off.
issues going.
We still need to drop
Oh,
off
yarn
yarn spinner and all that. But I asked within the week, so if we can get that done within the week,
I
maybe.
mean, I guess we're close enough now, and this is the last person on our. Oh wait,
You have Dr. Fate, but he's only
Yeah.
on Valen's list.
and my
And he attacked Talos, so
Well, that was, reaction.
well, it's the last person on our group get together list for them. So I don't see any reason why we can't go in and see what's been going on and make sure that they've got their people in place to hold up their side of it too, right?
Yep.
Bring our list and stuff.
I agree, but I think sooner rather than later. I think after this here with Kaga, we do the dome before moving on to the north with Yard Spinner.
Mhm.
Word.
Yeah.
So we do the dome, and then we figure out what's going on with Dr. Fate and my brother, maybe. And on the way, we can maybe drop Yarn Spinner off up north. Because that was
Yeah.
also up north, wasn't it?
it was.
Dropping on
Yeah.
yarn would be a quick thing since
Yeah.
it's near where the tower is.
Yeah, technically the only thing you have a little bit of a time crunch on is your brother. Because you don't know what's going on with him. Leaving him for a week, you don't know what would happen. But
What
you
is
do know
the-
people are on it.
Yeah.
So-
Remind me real quick, if when we're in the dome, is time going faster? Faster, right?
When you were
Yeah.
in there the last time, it was pretty much an hour in the dome was like 3 to 4 hours out here. Whether or
Oh,
not
it's
it's the same or
slower.
has changed,
Okay.
yes.
Hmm,
So it's
okay.
slower in there just so they have more time. So it's like faster out here, basically.
Right. Okay.
But whether or not that has changed, they had a
Yeah,
year.
true.
So
Because normal Feywild is faster, isn't it?
slower. Much slower. You could
Is it?
spend like 2 weeks in the Feywild and 200 years goes by in the material world.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the
So
point
it's
was
slower.
like it varied a
Yeah,
lot.
it depends
Yeah,
on
depending
where.
on where, like, it depends on the domain of light. The Archfey, they can change it at
Yeah.
will. So, like, yeah.
Okay. So if we when we do go into the dome next, maybe we just try and keep it like a quicker trip, like a less than a day or a day if we can, because I don't. Dr. Fate's probably fine, and there are people on it, but this is not the first time that my brother has been kidnapped, and I don't really think he can handle it. So,
There was no one on Dr. Fate that you know, just your brother.
weren't they in the same place?
No, not at all.
Hey, Tooth, help me
You
out.
don't know where Dr. Fate is.
I
You haven't
thought
learned
they
that
got
yet.
kidnapped by the same people.
Nope.
Oh,
No, all you did was try and contact Dr. Fate. You didn't see where he was.
right. Okay. Either way,
Yep.
I
Tooth,
don't think my
help
brother
me
can
out
handle
this.
being kidnapped. So.
We can certainly rush to your brother. Do you think that outfit will still fit me?
Oh, what outfit?
You know, the formal wear thingy.
Oh,
Outfits you have to wear if you go in, if you don't want to immediately be attacked.
maybe a little tight. I don't know if we
Help
can
me out-
find a little
Help
Druid
me out the
tailor.
armor here. Princess is not
Okay,
Spend
you're
the
gonna
10
spend
minutes.
10 minutes? Beautiful.
getting out of his armor and getting into his new.
Yeah, here, if you like
Clothes.
rip it
Okay.
where it's like too tight or something, and then I don't know if Ben has it, but we can like mend it with some extra like fabric or something and just make it a little bit.
So
I don't know.
you're changing now.
Yep.
What do you mean? Oh, you were
Middle
just
of the
changing
street.
now. Wow.
Can I take as soon as you get all your plate off, can I have a perception roll, please?
Yep.
Francisco.
Yep. I forgot we was they covered Megan. It's an open thing. Perception. My perception is not bad now. I am 16.
There's an owl watching you, giggling.
Hey! You gonna come say something? What's up?
No, please. I'm enjoying the show. That's new.
I'm just gonna keep going. I get my new shirt on, and I'm gonna roll in athletics for this for funsies. And I don't even know what my athletics is now. +6, so that's a 24. So I'm gonna say that I get it on and I flex and I rip it.
It automatically mends and fits to your new form, sir.
Hey, look at that!
So
Oh, that's
nice.
Created by an artificer.
Neat.
So it fits. That's good to know. And then I'm gonna start changing back.
Did we all hear the voice from the owl, or
No,
just Francisco?
just Francisco.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Your passes would definitely you've seen her as an owl before. Kaga's just like flying beside you.
Oh god.
By the way, Tooth was continually suspicious that this was not actually Francisco.
Nice.
I got a dirty 20 on insight, so I think Tooth narrows his eyes and is like, "All right."
As soon as Francisco starts changing in public, Tooth is like, "Oh, it's definitely him." Okay.
He's
Yeah,
got all
all right,
his tattoos
yeah.
still, yeah. Yep. Because they came back as soon as he wasn't a tiefling anymore. He lost them and they miraculously all came back. Okay. So yeah, pretty much as soon as Kaga, you all notice, she immediately just like looks at Lucky and he immediately just stops and she turns into her normal self in front of you guys. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
You guys
We
have
made it.
been through a lot, I can see. Helga, what'd you do to your hand, dear? Come here.
Oh, don't fix her.
I'm fixing
She
her.
deserved it.
I'm
She
sure
deserved
she did.
it.
She just immediately just starts fixing her hand, and Helga just goes, "Oh, good. I wiped my ass with that one. Thank you." Much better. Hi, you're pretty. I can't remember if Helga and Kaga met each other. Have they?
I don't think so. We got Helga after Kaga had dropped us off at the town.
The last time. This is the
and
first
we
time
haven't
you've seen her
Kaga
since.
yet.
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay. They're going to introduce to each other, so I don't have to do it.
Right.
Probably takes 3 to 4 minutes of back and forth, yada yada yada.
Kaga, this is Helga. I pulled her from a card. Helga,
Yes.
this is Kaga. She's a super powerful druid. Anyways, hi.
Hi. Ben, where's everybody sitting and doing? Well, that's what I should ask. How are you all? Are you all
petting Lucky?
okay? So you're walking alongside the Vardo as you go?
I didn't even know we were in the Vardo, so I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say I got out and have been walking.
Walk. Okay, you're not in.
After Helga made me feel bad about not even having to breathe and still failing our run check the other day. Yeah, I'm gonna walk.
Okay.
If we're going at walking speed, as soon as Francisco started to change, Talos got out and started walking beside.
Okay. I just mainly want to know if Ben's on your broom.
Yeah, Ben's probably on the broom.
Okay.
Like flying next to the Vardo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are definitely getting a evil eye stink from Kaga on that broom. She doesn't know who you were. She hasn't. Helen did not tell her. I would assume had she told her, you probably would have immediately been contacted. So you'd be able to ascertain that she doesn't know you were Freya. And she is looking at that broom like you stole it and are, yeah. Not saying anything, but you definitely get an evil eye stink from her. Well, hello everybody. What's going on? Let's catch up. Lucky, in about 20 minutes, hang a left. There's a nice tree we can use. I want to get you guys to Fort Una as soon as possible. We got a lot to do. Lucky pretty much just immediately goes. There's nothing really big here we can use anyway. She's also not dressed for combat. This is the first time you've seen her in what some of you would know would be like almost ceremony garb. She's in forest green robes of some sort of silk, nothing you've ever seen before, layered with some sort of cloth that looks like it was made from the bark of a tree, embroidered with silver threads, vines, and shimmer. She has a mantle of living brambles and crimson blossoms over her shoulders, and a variety of different colors of feathers and types of feathers. She has a ceremonial circlet fashioned from twisted antlers and mistletoe. Coiled around her is a massive viper. It's about 20 feet long and probably the size of Helga's biceps.
Why are you so fancy?
I don't, but I want to.
And the viper's like curled up, just like all like curled around her, and it's just like hovering there.
Hey, might be a weird question, but is that your husband?
Oh, sorry. This is Tila. She's my
Not your husband.
friend,
Okay.
companion, familiar. She's been with me from the start. She apparently is aging like I am. I never did this to her. And she's not. She's a normal snake. She's just grown over the years.
Okay.
Her name is Tila.
Hi, Tila.
She's highly venomous, so be careful.
Okay.
Yes, she has the ability to instant kill people.
Well, what is Tila when you're an owl?
She's still. Oh, she comes with me. Anytime I
Oh.
shapeshift, anything that's on me comes with me. Yep.
Oh.
She can't shapeshift. She's just a snake, but she's been my companion for a long time. Sorry, I forgot to mention her. She usually just stays here. She's got family, so.
Yeah. To Francisco's point, you are dressed pretty fancy. Should we be dressed fancy?
Oh no, sorry. I've been a lot of trials lately with Alias, so I send them through the Moon Gate to start their trial. We had someone start yesterday, so until they're out, I have to stay in my ceremonial garb.
Trials.
Speaking of trial, yes, let's walk and talk.
Okay.
I did tell you that getting Alias's signature would be a challenge. That is called the Trial of Storm and Claw. Normally it's for druids who want to become wardens here in Fort Una, but the only way you can actually talk to him is by participating in the trial yourselves. This will be the first time it's been done as a group. I don't think I should send you all through because, well, you're not doing this to be a druid warden. You're doing this for something different. So I don't know how he's going to take it.
You can think of us as wardens of Lunara.
That's a good point.
I still like ambassador a little bit better. Wardens of maybe New Hope for now, but New Luna for now. We'll work on it. I don't know what to really call you guys. Everyone else is calling you the ambassadors, so.
Oh gosh, what was the name that I figured out?
I can't remember what you
did. Fuck.
Yep, I didn't write it down somewhere.
Because Francisco was just like, I'm going to name a random name.
You did, yep. It's in one of my notes somewhere. We'll just say you
But it ended up at Lunaran Ambassadors.
That was
That's where
originally, but Francisco came up with something else. But
yeah, and y'all didn't fight me on it, so I was just like, ha ha ha,
no.
Chaos.
I can't remember.
Well, I guess now, the Lunaran Ambassadors work now.
Yeah, it's in our notes somewhere. We'd have to scroll up and find it. I
Well,
know
like
we
I said,
put it in Discord. But yeah, this will work. Well, anyway, we're deep in tradition here, so
Just then out of curiosity, what is this trial? Are we even allowed to know?
No. Normally, no. Druids go in with nothing but what they have on them. He changes it from time to time. The only one I will tell you about is the first trial. There's 3 total. They're challenging, but you are, well, much older, wiser, and more powerful than anyone else who usually goes through there, so I think you'll be fine. This is more for, well, people who want to learn more about being a druid and our ways and stuff. Basically, if you want to be the elite of the elite, you have to go through this trial. And Alias has been doing this for about 2,000 years now. So, the purpose of the trial is literally a rite of passage for druids who wish to join many different circles, but mainly the circle of the Crescent Fang, or become wardens, like I said. It's not merely a test of power, but of balance. Candidates must survive the fury of nature in its rawest forms, confront a primal guardian, and demonstrate both control and destructive will. It is 3. I will tell you about the first. The first is basically a trial of truth. It is his way of getting to know you. It is a test of your resolve, your understanding of things going on around you, and the world right now can test even the most humble or hardened. So he is basically going to judge you all and see if you are worthy of, well, his signature comes with the entire might of Fort Una. I give you mine, but that's only me. If you want the rest of us, you have to get it from him.
How long does this take?
Most druids, about a day.
We have a day.
But
There's a 20% chance that they don't come out.
worried about that.
We're usually about 1 in 5 don't come out. And we usually only do one about every 6 to 7 weeks.
I have no reservation about the trial and any of that, but you know maybe even better than us the urgency of things going on. I mean, the tooth looks over at where the dome is. That's not where it was. And we want to get in there and figure it out.
I know. Trust me. After the trial's over, if you pass, you will be shown only what a handful of other people know about.
I don't
We'll
know
pass.
if this is worth it.
Well, if you
We've
want...
kind of got a lot going on, and
I know.
we don't really need him or Fort Una. If he wants to stand opposed to the people inside, that's kind of
He's
a
not
bad
opposed.
decision on his part.
Not opposed, just cautious. If they want to fight, it'd be nice to probably have 25,000 druids at your disposal.
We're not fighting them, though.
No, I know, but if that dome went down and they decided to take everything by force...
So you're saying if he doesn't feel like signing it, if the dome went down and they decided to take things by force, because he didn't sign it, he's not going to fight against them? That seems really unlikely.
He would protect family first.
As would pretty much everyone.
I know. It's his way.
I have a
He just
question
really
for you.
wants to meet you.
Then he should meet us. Why? But why would we have to prove ourselves to him for a meeting that we're only the ambassadors of, that's not actually reliant on him being there?
Well, it's just one of those things that he has, like I said, tradition. The Trial of Stormclaw is his creation. If he ever left, he hasn't left. He is, well, rooted to the trial. So if he ever left, the trial would go away, and our tradition would have to change. Which
And
I've told him a few times that it might have to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if the dome keeps growing, he's not going to have a choice.
Yes, about that. I do
Yeah,
have
we
something
did the
to
math. It's...
I know. I do have something to show you, but I am... You'd be able to tell she's struggling with telling you something.
Okay, what if you just told the Brothy and then he can tell us?
Yeah, I tell him stuff all the time.
Understand.
Yeah, we talk to him all the time.
Well, he understands a lot.
He's very smart. He named himself.
He's a fan of the stars.
Everybody is. Suffice to say, we kind of have an idea what's going on with the dome expansion. And it's tied to Alias in some way. He's tied to the planet more than I am. And without his help, I don't think we can fix it.
Mhm.
It's really hard to describe without showing you, and I can't show you without his permission. Sadly.
I have a trial question for you.
Yes.
Because there's, 6 of us going in, you'll make it 6 times harder?
I don't think he will. But I think that's all depends on how you are received in there.
Do you think he's going to have a problem with Talos?
He's never met one of yours before, so I wish I could be there, but I can't.
I just don't want him to judge you unfairly, because if he's all like nature and stuff and you're natural, but not in the same way.
He will know.
That's getting very philosophical, and I don't really want to have that discussion with him. If he doesn't consider me alive, that's that's his call.
It is. But there are many here that would probably see my way, but I don't know. Like I said,
Even if I'm not considered alive.
there's secrets here and things going on that, if they come to the light of day to the rest of the world, could be a very bad thing.
It does open a potential bigger issue, though, Talos, because if he has a problem with you and wouldn't consider you alive, I don't think we should get his signature at all, because there's very possibly things in there that also wouldn't be considered alive or natural in the way that he historically has viewed it. And if he's already going to go in with that prejudice, it's not safe for us to bring him to the meeting.
Well, that makes it just
what the trial of truth is for.
Yeah, that makes a good case for doing the trial and seeing him. We are also
judge him
basing
back?
this. We're basing this on prejudice of him.
Okay, fair enough.
This is.
I'm reading this wisdom book, so I see the wisdom in this now. We can do it.
Before
haven't read
we
that
all go
wisdom
much further,
Yeah.
I don't want everyone to shut me down too quick, but there's so many things this group needs to do, and if this is generally a trial for one, let me do the trial. Let them go and handle several things that are very, very timely and need to be done. I'm worried about what will happen here if we spend time somewhere else and the changes that will take place when everyone steps out.
Generally, it would only take about a day. I think once he gets to know you and gets to know that you're in a hurry, he might speed things up. Like I said, this is for druids, so he will have to adapt for the first time in a while.
I trust you to represent us, Tooth, but I don't trust him. So even if we did split up and do different things, I'd want at least one other person with you. Just to be safe. But I have maybe different question though. But I don't think I want to ask it out loud.
That's all right. I had one other one while you're thinking of it. You said truth, and that was the first of 3. Did you say the other 2?
He custom makes the other 2 depending on who goes through.
Oh, jeez.
It's like most trials. One's a trial of like spirit, one's trial of the heart, strength sometimes, magic sometimes. He resolved basically. I think he just wants to. You're going to represent both sides of a potential conflict. I think he just wants to see if you will see that to the end.
Well, if that's the
As I
case,
think
let's
the
get
rest of
on
the
with
world
that.
will. Yep.
We have no doubts in this group about that. So if he needs to see us, it's fine.
If I had a doubt, you wouldn't be here.
Now, someone above table remind me.
Mhm.
Was it Talos? Did someone give us a telepathic connection at one point?
He has
in the
telepathic.
group.
He has
Talos
telepathic.
has.
I
Yes,
can
spell.
pass that.
Talos, do you mind if we have a small conversation between our group real quick? Do you have that today?
I can always do that. One sec.
Kaga's also going to let you know that you can either stay the night in Fort Una and rest until the trial, or go directly to the trial. It's up to you.
Well, we just spent 2 weeks resting, right? So we haven't done anything.
I just don't know what your spell slots
No, I'm
are
just
at the end
checking
of the
because I
day.
wasn't here.
I'm ready to go.
Well,
now.
it was really a day.
Yeah. It was a day here, but you had 2 weeks inside
Yeah,
with her. Yeah.
because I can't back my spells anyways.
Yeah.
But if
Right,
Talos wants it.
Raise telepathic wand cast.
Thank you.
Done.
Hey Ben, you're a druid, right?
Technically,
A little,
a little.
or you were a druid at one point.
I think I was.
So
I remember somewhat.
is it possible you've already gone through the trial?
I'll take a wisdom roll. Here's Fort Una, by the way.
That's an 18.
Nice.
You've definitely
Gotcha, cool.
gone through it. Yes.
Mm.
It's been a long time.
It's been a
And
while.
you would have been probably the first one to go through to test
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm thinking.
Because you wouldn't have let anybody else fucking do it before you.
So, if you haven't told us that. Continue.
I think I went through it.
So,
What
if
do
you
you-
already went through it and got approved, right? Then
What
do
do
you
you
even
mean
have
you've
to
gone
do it
through
again?
it?
Who's asking?
Haga, this is brand new news to her.
This
Telepathic.
is telepathic.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Thank you.
Specifically so she doesn't hear
Right.
this.
Thank you.
If you've already gone through it, I mean, I know it's not exactly the same you or something, right? But is this gonna like bring up anything for you, or do you want to do this? I mean, is being here a lot? Like, are you good? What should we tell them? Are we hiding things?
I mean, I don't know if it would help to tell them. I think I'm good to go through with it though. I'm not really sure if I count as the same person or not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I guess if he's always been the one that administers the test and you were the first one to take the test, then you guys already knew each other at one point, right? Do you remember how you knew him or anything, or remember anything about him?
I'll take another wisdom. This one at disadvantage. Because your head's a little fuzzy getting
Is this a
close.
check or a save?
Well, this is a save.
Then you get a +4.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nat one. Anyways.
Okay. Nope.
Aw. Nope.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to check with you before we said anything out loud to these people who may have known who you were. Whether or not you wanted them to. I know we trust Kaga and everything, but it seems like it should probably be your choice. Although she was kind of giving you a really mean look about your broom or something. I don't know what that was for, but...
You guys do know that that was Freya's broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know above table, because I don't remember, do we know what Freya's connection to Kaga and her husband is?
Not the full connection, other than the fact that Freya was one of the originals here and has been alive since Kaga came through. Was the daughter of one of Wolfgar, one of the companions of
If you've done the trial before, do you remember what he looks like?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
We might be able to get a message to him directly before attempting the trial.
I'll say the nat one. Trying to remember him will also tell you no, you don't remember him.
But trial it is, I guess, then.
Well,
If there's 6 of us and it usually takes 1 druid a day, we could probably do it in half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple hours. And if he is gonna speed it up because he wants to meet us anyways, then it really shouldn't take that long. But I'm sure we can handle it. But I don't like having to prove ourselves to someone to get his signature for something we're inviting him to in the first place, but I suppose we might as well get what information we can while we're gathering stuff, right? But Ben, do you want to know more about who you were, or should we just not mention it at all? Because I don't want to say something if I mean they probably know stuff if you wanted to know.
I'm not really sure. It's a lot right now.
Yeah.
Already. So maybe it's better if we don't mention it.
Okay.
I don't really.
Okay. I won't mention it unless someone tries or says something. That's fine by me. I just wanted to check before we go do stuff that you may have already done. Okay.
Perfect. So would you guys like to do the trial now or go to Fort Una first?
I think that's up to Talos. Do you have any spells that you would prefer to change out the next day?
Let's see. The trial is a lot of what we've heard.
We have
almost
to fight something, right?
Fighting and almost conversation. I have a few spells I should swap.
Yeah, and you also don't know whether or not you're going to get a long rest in between each trial. That you don't know.
Yeah, I know Francisco's already did the thing with his gold.
Yep.
That was one spell. I'm fine either way. I mean, I feel pretty good.
Okay, so maybe we take the night right at the fort. Swap out your stuff for tomorrow, so we're best prepared. And then Francisco, maybe we should, like, just see what you can do.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I know I can still do some things,
I bet they have,
but
like, training dummies.
we should ask.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
It's a new sword
let's
and
go to the
stuff,
fort
right?
first.
So maybe
Yeah,
new sword, new you, new. I don't know.
yeah. No, I think it's a good idea.
Test it out
That-
before we actually put it in a potential scenario.
Yeah.
That's a day and a half. Yeah, I think we can do that. Okay. I'll turn to Kaga and just go. Can we be taken to the fort, please? I think we'll go tomorrow, especially if someone else just went. We might as well give them their chance to finish it before we invade, right? Too. So.
Ah, perfect. Yes, that works for me. Yeah, the druid that went in there, she's interesting. She's fairly new, but I don't know how it's going to go for her. But yeah, we will figure that out. So yeah, you guys find a tree, and you are teleported right in front of Fort Una. She tells you this is called the Wolfwood, just like the map. It is walled in. Most of it is stone. There is a variety of people coming through here. You're definitely seeing equal amounts wildlife and elves, dwarves, gnomes. Not a lot of humans, and oddly enough, the odd half-drow. There's a couple kobolds here. It's like a little bit of mix of everything, but the majority is full-blood elf. And like one or two ogres. Sorry, not ogres, orcs.
Kaga, do you have like a training like a training dummy we could use?
Oh, please. What would you like? We have it all. Like I said before, this is a training area. This is a druidic army. Whatever you need, I have.
Well, Francisco's recently gone through some changes, so we don't really know what he does now.
That's fine. I will.
Something with
I
some
want to try and
space.
keep you guys a little low key.
Something that can get wet.
My place.
That's just fine. Okay.
It'd be easier to take you to my place. I really don't want to worry a lot of the other people about you yet. Plus, yes, this will be easier. So she's basically going to walk you through Fort Una. I'll give you a quick description. Do I have it? Yeah. Fort Una lies deep within the ancient Wolfwood, encircled by living walls and thick briar and tree root. Unlike most forts built for war, Fort Una is a citadel of controlled chaos, a place where druids and warriors come to train in the wild and destructive paths of nature. Its architecture blends harmoniously in a natural world, with structures formed from hollow trees, woven vines, and living stone. So you're going to be seeing a lot of trees moving from place to place with people living in them. So a lot of like treants and stuff in here. A lot of living elementals in here, rock elementals, the odd air elemental. Most of them are in combat, and you're seeing like a lot of druids like shapeshift into most of these things. You pass quite a few key locations as you go. Shops, she'll point them out along the way. The Thorn and the Thistle to general goods and supplies. Feral Form Forge, beast-shaped tattoo and totem shop. The Moon Brew Hollow, where potions, elixirs, and wild spirits are. The Verdant Coil, where magical weapons and druidic items are forged. The Living Anvil, an earth-forged armor and stone gear. Green Bottle's Curious Brews for alchemical goods and explosives. The Root and Ritual for scrolls, ritual kits, and animal charms, and the Claw Mark Arena, a combat pit, and challenge ground. There's also a variety of inns, but it most look like it's almost a fall over and sleep wherever you want kind of place. Most of the trees you would notice are asking you directly in your head, if you need a place to sleep, you can sleep under me. I'll keep you safe. That kind of thing.
That's us.
It is a living forest in here.
Okay. Gosh, that tattoo shop looks so interesting.
To be dragging Francisco away from it.
I know.
Can we come back to it at least later? Okay, finding grounds. Right.
Yeah, she's pretty much taking you to her place, which is the massive tree in the dead center.
Nice tree.
Yeah.
Is that fern?
It is. She's actually going to walk over and pet it and call it red. It's a massive red oak.
That tracks.
Yeah. So, you guys open the door and you come face to face with what looks. It would kind of. What would it kind of look like for you guys? It's not a tree on the inside. This is like a furnished apartment almost. At the beginning. It looks like this is like more modern on the inside. So maybe where dignitaries come just so they like feel at home. So this is like a normal entryway. Kind of reminds you a little bit about when you transition from your home into Kelvin's Tower. That kind of, yeah. Quite magical, almost like a wizard's tower right as soon as you walk through. As soon as you walk through, you are hit with the reception desk, which is a little further in, and it is a massive hollowed out tree stump. Sitting around it is 4 elves, and they have about 500 to 600 sending stones for their messaging center.
Why does
all
your
these
house
people-
have a reception desk?
Oh, this is where I work and live.
Okay.
If you look up,
we really got to talk about your work-life balance, anyways.
yeah. Anyway, basically, as soon as you look up, it's just like a massive spiral staircase going up the inside of this tree in different sections as you go. There's also a section off for scrying. This is basically everything happens here for whatever network she is currently into. But you definitely see these people are doing nothing but sending and scrying over and over, getting calls from a lot of different places. So this is how she keeps her network going. And you also have animals coming, standing up there, handing letters, owls going out with letters. So this is a highly integrated network. So there's definitely a lot of the odd wolf will come in, pick up a note, and rush out the door. This place is, weird and wacky. But she takes you to a training room, which goes by. It's probably 20 minutes going up. So you're a couple hundred feet off the air by the time you go. And she takes you to an area that's pretty much cordoned off. You'd be able to tell there's magic runes everywhere, so you can pretty much do anything that you want here. She waves a hand and everybody leaves. And you see a massive, it's about a 40 by 40 wall with a living tree on it. And it has Kaga's entire family tree line from when she first came here. And there's about 2,500 names on there. And she shows you that first.
Do we see any we recognize? Without taking an hour to look through it.
She'd show you, she's at the top. She'll show you where Alias is. Alias is 1,500 years in. You definitely see he's about her 5th or 6th husband. And she probably has maybe 20,000 grandkids and kids out there. Looks like she was quite busy when she first came here. She's just going to say, we all did our part. But
Be
one of the
free
very-
for multiply.
Yeah, you do see Freya's name down at the near the bottom.
I was wondering if Freya's name was on there.
And Freya, well, Ben, you do see another name on there. A married name. Ella Ashmantle. Doesn't have a picture, though.
Married to Freya?
Yep.
Interesting.
No direct kids. So married about you'd be able to figure out close to 500 years ago? Only marriage of Freya.
No direct kids. Does that mean there were indirect kids?
No, none.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say Freya has any actual kids. One wife. But yeah, we will go for break and then we can come back and you guys can beat the shit out of what.
Well, anyways, you're probably not using it in combat, so it should be fine.
Tooth can ink his
Unless
enemies.
you want to ink all over
Yeah,
someone's
Tooth can
face.
ink his enemies now, yeah.
Just
100%.
Yep. And you guys would also notice when you see Ella Ashmantle, it does say her father is alias Ashmantle.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Ben's basically, well, Freya would basically be the daughter-in-law of Kaga.
Yeah.
And at that revelation, can I have a wisdom save at disadvantage, please, Ben?
With a +4.
With a +4.
I will remind everyone of Francisco's +4 bonus every time.
Good, because I will forget.
You're muted.
I'm muted?
Nope.
No.
Ben.
Okay.
Ben.
I'm muted.
Yep.
That's an 8.
And it's
8.
okay. That's actually pretty good because I wanted you to fail.
Okay.
When you fail, you get memories back.
Oh.
On certain occasions. When you see something like, not like listen to something, it's when you visually see it, you need to roll low. So, I can show you a picture of Ella now, as that memory finally comes back to you. It's in Roll20. You get this image pop in your head. Definitely elvish. And you remember her voice. You remember the last time you were alive, she's still alive. And that you and her never wanted your own kids because there's so many others that don't have homes. So you started your own orphanage in your spare time, which grew to another orphanage, and then another, and then another. You have an orphanage in every port city on New Luna. It is called the Root and Bloom Refuge. Root and Bloom Refuge. First one opened up in Port Hope about 400 years ago. And can I have a history roll with advantage, please?
Yeah, 20.
Beautiful.
Not natural 20, but
Yeah. 30-20 is enough. You vaguely remember walking past one of them 3 weeks ago in... let me bring up the map again. Port Hope. It's right beside a lovely bookstore where Sabryn's family just moved in. You remember I told you? I said there was an orphanage next to that bookstore. It's your orphanage. You have roughly 2,000 kids around there that she looks after full time. She's a druid, and she goes from tree to tree to each one every day. But only you remember that. And that, a nat one would have give you alias. So, what's the rest of you doing? As you see Ben pretty much just drift off into space for a second. What would you like to do, Francisco? There's metal target dummies, wooden target dummies. They have, like, literally any, if you want to do combat with anyone or anything. Or if you just want to do trial and error, she's going to pretty much take you to an area that has, like, a fountain if you need water to use. There's torches for fire. So whatever you need to draw from, you can. And there's also an enchanted wall that will pretty much absorb anything you throw at it.
Okay.
And you have an audience of about 20 right now.
Well, first thing is, for instance, he's going to go over to the dummies and he's going to draw both his swords.
Okay. And Helga's asking Kaga for popcorn.
Good idea. Yeah.
And I need to double check on this spell. And I need to ask you the function of this for the Shadow Blade.
Yep.
Now, is that creating another blade, or is the Shadow Blade encompassing this?
Creates a new one, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, damn.
If you want to flavor it so it's part of it, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Technically, its own spell.
Yeah, but it would give the blade more damage.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I would say that he's going to draw both swords, and he's attuned to this, so he's kind of figured it out a little bit, and he activates Shadow Blade.
And this is on the Moon Shadow Saber for the rest of you. This thing will +1 bonus to attack. In dimmer darkness, it deals an additional 1d6 psychic damage. And once per long rest, he can do a 2nd level Shadow Blade.
Yep. And that's a concentration spell for up to a minute.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack the things with the blades, just to get the feel for the new body again.
Yep. And Shadow Blade is technically a bonus action for the concentration, but it's, I think, an action to use on the sword. So every other round, you can activate it again as a bonus action.
Okay.
Well,
it goes
you only have to,
I only have to cast the spell once, and then it does another 2d8 damage of what you been doohickey.
You only have to use a new bonus action to re-up it if you throw it.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Otherwise, you just have it for the minute.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I do good hits, freaking, and what is that? I'm not even 2d8 psychic damage on something that doesn't have any psyche, so it doesn't matter.
You definitely tell that there's something there that'll work on there. Yeah, you don't know what it is, but it's got something in there that, if maybe activated, would retaliate somehow.
Cool. So I have to hit the wrong thing. So yeah, I mean, I do good damage with it. Cool. And since I can't do it right now, but yeah, attack again. It's with a dummy, so I'm not worried about it. So that's a pretty better attack, hit, damage, and now he's going to do let's do a divine smite to start off. So his
What's it look like?
blade frostbite glows with radiant light, and he does a hit there. All right, that's cool. Okay. Does another. I'm not gonna roll each attack. They're training dummies. So then, yeah, that's why I hate doing D&D games. And he's going to do a thunderous smite on his next hit. So you hear the clap of thunder. It's 300 feet from me after I do this smite.
You get a chuckle from the wall as it makes its saving throw.
Yep. And that's so he's like, all right, cool. He drops his concentration on the blade there. He kind of it's okay. And now he's going to do a channel divinity, which is going to be his Fury of the Tides. So,
Fun
so I do an attack. It doesn't matter. I hit the dummy, and I like the flavor of that kind of a rush of wave comes out as I make this hit and pushes the dummy back 10 feet. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
The dummy gets itself back up, walks forward, roots itself back in.
You're doing great, Francisco. I'm just sitting against a wall out of the way with my book open and popcorn. Yeah.
Okay. What else do I got? He takes a step towards the dummy. And he casts Misty Step because that's the first time he's been able to do that. Yeah. So he transforms into mist and comes back right behind the dummy. Where
I nudge Tooth. That's what you can do with the coat.
Do I have to be in the water?
No. Yours will leave some ink or something behind you, I think. I don't know. I didn't really read it.
Yeah.
But it's similar.
His kind of has a salt sea air smell.
Yep.
He lands with a wet flop.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can do something a little bigger. He backs up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he casts Freedom of Waves. And you conjure a deluge of seawater in a 15-foot radius, 10-foot tall cylinder centered on a point within range. Range is 120 feet. So and I'm going to say that this one forms as a water spout up underneath the thing and shoots it up. So yeah. 2d8 blood.
The water starts to come down. You see it something from the fountain near you pretty much lashes out and grabs the water so it doesn't hit the ground and almost drinks it on you. And then spits it up and goes, ugh, salt. And it's just the pile of salt is left and it filtered it and it's just actual pure water.
And so there's just water sitting on the floor now, so I am going to destroy that water.
Mm-hmm.
And you get rid of that. That's cool. And what else can I do?
Helga's pretty much just looking at everybody and going, he's going all out, isn't he? That's different. Punching things is just so much easier.
Francisco's going to hit again. He's going to do Wrathful Smite. So his blade is doing necrotic damage now.
Okay.
So black shadow all around him. And he's gonna I've only got one. All right. Time for the finale. and he's going to cast Call Lightning.
Ooh, okay.
And as a lightning bolt, just actually, I don't know if I can do that indoors.
There's enough things in here. Yeah, you can. There's enough actual open.
No, I can do it indoors. It's
outdoors
I
you can move it. I think.
yeah. Well, outdoors I can like if there's a storm going on, I can control
That's what
it.
it is. Yes, that's what it is.
You get extra damage if there's an existing already.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and so I make a thundercloud and do that.
I clap when he's done.
Yeah. There's a few people clapping them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And on the final thing, we're like, all right.
Okay. Just to say, can I have a quick deck save? You're in
Yes, you
a
can.
metal armor, standing in water. A little bit of water left.
No,
Throwing
I
some
destroyed the water.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
I did create destroy water.
Never mind. You're fine.
And
I just wanted to see if you're going to electrocute yourself.
I'm gonna say, all right, Tooth, hit me. And I'm
Like the
gonna
new
cast.
style, Francisco.
I'm gonna do a
Yourself?
shield of faith on myself. And I'm gonna just try to hit. Let's see
Alrighty.
if you can.
Fists or staff?
Doesn't matter. Just go for it.
Helga's going to look at you and go, don't go easy on him, Tooth. He asked for it.
Tooth grins and he says, we'll do the staff. And he swings, does a two-handed swing.
Okay. I think you got to hit a 21 right now.
Alrighty.
20.
20, yeah.
Right. Oh, you don't.
Ooh, pretty high. Wow. Gotta be. There we go. All right. It's not one let me equip it. Is this?
Feel free to use the glaive.
One,
Let me check here.
5.
Inventory.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Since he was just standing there, like, just give me your best shot. Oh, okay.
Two's been wanting to hit something in a while. It's hit something for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a slight resistance of the field, but not enough.
Oh, you all right, buddy? Sorry,
Yeah.
that got away from me.
Ooh, but that gives me a chance to try something else. So
Just
I think I'm just-
Francisco off the floor.
Yeah. The wall just pushes him back up.
The armor is literally dented.
how much damage do I take?
You take 5. You take 10 damage.
Okay. Plus what?
Oh, wait, it's a crit, so
It's crit.
full
It's
plus.
plus whatever you roll.
Okay. So that is 16
So 6
with the quarterstaff.
16. Good damage. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, that was a good hit.
I nicked you pretty good there, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's my way of saying I'm ready for the trial.
I guess so. Why don't you, God, take a few steps back, Tooth.
Yeah.
So as he exits my range
Helga's
through
clapping loudly after that.
through my warcaster feat, I'm gonna say, but fair play, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. Make a dexterity saving throw.
So Tooth has turned his back and he's grinning at Helga. So he's
Love it.
I don't think I get the advantage on Dex if I'm not looking, right?
But I would have done it when you exited my range. But that's why I told you to take a few steps back.
Yeah, okay.
I'll let you do it at disadvantage then, just to make it easy.
Damn.
Disadvantage. Okay, so 17 or 3. Take the 3.
Yeah, 3. So yeah, Sacred Flame.
Middle
So
of flexing.
fire falls on you. You get 11 damage. Ugh.
Ow!
It was deserved, and you know it. But
Jeez.
let me help you out. So I'm going to do 11 points of healing onto
What type?
with my lay on hands.
What's it look like, sir?
So
Remember, this is the first time doing everything.
I know. So actually, I think first and foremost, Francisco's going to heal himself because he's still Francisco.
Yep.
So let's see. That's 26 points for me.
What is your health pool at now for lay on hands?
Yeah.
Is it 50?
Yeah.
Okay.
But first, gonna go. It was deserved, and you know he's gonna kind of touch himself, and his hands are gonna envelop in water,
Yeah.
like just
Nice salt.
kind of, yeah, just a ball of water. As he kind of like touches his side, and the water's gonna glow, and okay, hey, that feels a lot better too. Here, and then he's gonna do lay on hands on you. And you're gonna feel the cold sensation of rushing water over the burn, and get restored back to full.
I think I like your new style, Francisco.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
Oh man, I feel pretty drained. Actually, he's gonna take a big breath. And he's gonna do a harness divine power and gain a second level spell slot back. And then cast. He's gonna cast command. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Six.
Dance.
Two starts dancing.
Two starts to do the he like starts to do this one of the ones from but I've seen like the Peanuts Christmas special where like doing the little like side shuffle with his arms up.
Okay, dude, that's enough.
Oh,
No,
what was that?
Helga's pretty much
Was that you?
just gonna say, "Oh, there's still a little of the old Francisco in there." Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can still do that. I thought that was good sportsmanship though. That's good. Cool.
I think the old Francisco would have commanded me to do something a lot worse. So changing, buddy.
Maybe. I think I could gain another one of those back though. And then he's gonna gain back another second level spell as he takes a deep breath. I can do that twice, and then I'm done.
Good job, Francisco. You're doing great. I don't know what most of that was, but it looked neat. I liked the lightning and the water and stuff.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I think,
you're gonna
Brandon,
get like a small applause in the back, and then everybody disperses and goes back to training.
I would have done what I messaged you. Wow.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. The name itself from your book tells you about Ashmantle, not Ella.
Okay. I'm snooping on bet it's fine.
Pretty much a. Did you want me to type it or you want me to say it?
No, you can say. I mean,
The book itself doesn't know a lot, other than the fact that the Ash Mantle is technically a last name, but also a title. The Ash Mantle is in charge of pretty much all the druids on Lunara. Anyone who goes astray, it's the Ash Mantle's duty to hunt them down and kill them. The Ash Mantle itself is a old line that he inherited from Kaga.
Yeah.
Kaga was the original Ash Mantle.
Okay. If Kaga was the original Ash Mantle, right?
Yep.
And Alis got it from marrying into her, right?
Or passed on because he wanted her. It's hard to tell, but it's kind of like a power transferred from one person to another. It's almost like, what's the easiest way to do it? He evolved.
Okay.
It's like an ancient druidic power from a specific old, religion almost.
Right.
It's almost like she was given the power of some sort of elemental power or something very old and ancient that has now been passed on to him.
Okay.
Not a lot, because it's more most of this is you'd be able to tell that the book's probably not telling you everything, maybe. Or there's something, there should be a little bit more, but there's not.
Can I insight check my book to figure out if it can't tell me or if it's purposefully holding back for some reason?
You'd be able to tell that it's definitely the owner of the book is only giving you as much information as he deems you worthy right now.
Okay.
Unless
I throw
you
him in the
talk to him.
hole.
Okay.
I'm done with him now.
Okay.
That's all.
Hey, what's the rest of you doing for the evening? By now, after getting here and all the travel, you're pushing past dinner. So she'd set you
Well,
up
we
with
had popcorn, so we're fine.
Yeah, you guys don't need to eat, so yeah. Well, Helga does, but yeah. She basically sends you to an area. If you want your own chambers or as a group, there's lots of places here. Pretty much if you just want a hammock, it'll just show up for you, or start to be made out of vines. You could sleep in the Vardo. It's still outside. It's up to you.
I'll go sleep outside.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Stay outside. What's Ben doing? This is a lot of new information for you.
I think probably just also going back to the Vardo, just kind of get away from everything.
Okay. Because you would remember where you lived and where your house is if you wanted to go there.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't think Ben's gonna visit the house just yet.
Okay, perfect. What's Tooth and Talos doing? Talos, you definitely, during this time, she would have told you there's a few here, yes. Yeah. They're more reserved for just in case, or anyone that is part of her Shadow Druid Council is permitted, but the amount of people that are allowed to use them is a handful.
Yeah, he definitely went after the trials to get permission from. Shit, I thought it wasn't his name. But yeah.
Okay.
Wait, after trials before even
give me
looking
a
for them.
persuasion roll, then, please. 10's gonna say, not yet.
Hmm?
They'll let you know they have them here, but they're not gonna let you copy it.
Yeah, that's all I was asking.
Okay.
Confirm that they
Yes.
did exist.
They do exist.
Yeah,
Two.
that's all I was asking.
Yep. And what's Tooth doing for the rest of the night?
Tooth is gonna go on a little bit of a walkabout around the grounds. He's going to. So we're in the center right now. Are the different the different named, are these just neighborhoods, or would Tooth know that, like,
Without asking, you wouldn't know. She would have like vaguely given you a couple like areas to like go around for like what normal travelers and merchants would go to. She didn't really spend a lot of time going over all of Fort Huna because she knows you have something to do.
Tooth is kind of thinking this over in his head. I don't know why, but he's kind of, because of the part of the nature aspect and the idea of a trial, he's taking on some sort of responsibility without asking anybody, and he's thinking about protecting everybody in the next day, and he's walking around, and I mean, he doesn't have an agenda, so he'll just wander around. If he sees anything interesting, he might stop to do something. But
okay, give me a quick perception roll with advantage, please. The woods are your old home, so you know this is a nice place for you. Definitely somewhere I would assume Tooth would want to live. 19.
yeah, that's like part of it for Tooth. He's just taking it all in. 19.
Yeah. You would definitely find an area where like a bunch of like what you would think of as like preteens are in like in the middle of like trying to shapeshift for the first time or doing like their first spells. And kind of like the archway to Yuna, there's an archway to what you would see is called the Path of the Beast. It's like a little school area perfecting wild shape combat. And their motto is nature does not ask permission to grow or defend.
Very cool. Does he see anything that speaks to the type of a barbarian that he is? As like a path of the totem, not transforming, but channeling a certain animal?
There'd definitely be an area where people are trying to like turn into animals for the first time, yes. Specifically just a bear, it'd be hard to just find it without talking to anybody.
And my last question, does he get weird looks for wearing the pelt of a slain animal, or is that actually something? Okay, that's actually...
There's a lot of people here, yeah. Like, a lot of them have, like, you'd see the odd, like, halfling and gnome and, like, the odd, like, anyone, like, under 6 foot, like, pretty much, like, if they've killed their first bear like you did, they've skinned it and are wearing the entire thing around them. Like, just scoop out the guts, walk in, so, like, they have everything. So, like, the bear's claws are their hands now. As armor.
Yeah.
Just camouflage, or it's hard to tell. Or
I think this is
just, like,
first time here.
Something for them. But yeah.
And he's struck by, like, how familiar things feel, even though he's never been here. I think at some point he'll just, if the weather's nice, he'll lie down on a tree and kind of fall asleep.
Yeah, the tree would definitely like give you a hug, and like the roots would come and like cuddle you for the night. Everything here's living. Cool. Anything else? Yep.
It's like what? After Francisco does his thing, it's like what, 2 o'clock or something?
No, by now with the travel and whatnot, we're saying like dinner, so probably 6 p.m.
We didn't have to travel just to get to from where we were dropped off at the archway to the
You didn't
fort.
walk
We
too much.
teleported.
No, I was thinking you walked longer. We'll say around 3:30, 4 o'clock then, right before dinner.
I I'm gonna go out into the Vardo,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna stay there, unless something happens until
Yeah, nothing.
we get ready for the ritual or whatever the next day, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna start on my book.
Your book. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. That's fine.
So how long can I get into
so
that?
You still need
Just so
to
I have it
trance for
down.
4 hours.
I'm not an elf.
Oh no, sorry. Halfling. You just, reborn. You just need to rest and not do anything major.
Yeah.
We're gonna say you're gonna be leaving early. So let's do 12 hours.
12
We'll
hours.
do
Okay,
12.
that's about
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because I have 6 days to do 48 hours, so I
Yeah.
don't think I have any issue starting it now.
Nope.
So.
No. Yeah, I
Alright,
think
cool.
you
gonna
should
do
be able
that.
to get that book done by then.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna have an issue. Yeah.
Alright, cool. That's all I do. This
Okay.
seems like the place to try and get some more wisdom, so surrounded by druids, I'm just gonna
Probably
start
good.
it now.
Perfect. All right. Anything else before we pick up in the morning? Okay. All right. Come morning, you are greeted by, once again, Kaga. She's still in her ceremonial garb, and you get the understanding that she's kind of a little bit in a hurry to get you guys to where you're going to go. Did you all sleep well? Well rested? Everyone good? Anyone need to eat?
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these new muscles take a lot.
Yeah, that's what I figured. She's just gonna snap her fingers, and you're gonna have a couple squirrels come up with some silver platters. It's pretty much just boiled eggs, some boiled meat. No, not boiled meat, roasted meat. It's just breakfast. Yeah, bread, eggs, meat. Yeah, it's grab and go food.
Cog, I have a quick question for you.
Yes, Tooth.
Is there a community of jerky connoisseurs here? Is there a jerky community?
Yes, we do eat meat. Some of us, anyway. There are the odd. Yes, we have a wide variety here. Food here is different, but yes, the Thorn and Thistle, the general goods shop, does different varieties.
Mm.
I can have some made for you for when you come out of the trial, if you like. Or would you like some beforehand?
Sure, I try a little bit of jerky from everywhere. So yeah.
Okay, I will get you something. Any specific animal or fish?
No, surprise me.
Jerky. Okay, surprise you. Okay, I can do that. So you'll just see a tiny little bird flutter over to her, and she's just gonna whisper to it, and it's just gonna go off.
Not deep Rothy.
Nope, no, how
All
about
right.
ox work?
Tooth's gonna side eye Lucky. What's the consensus?
He eats grass. He knows what his job is. He's meant for slaughter. So that was his career. He was meant for this. So he's okay with it. Because for him, that's just what his family was bred for, is meat and leather.
Yeah, Tooth's gonna turn back and say, I'll do ox in a pinch, but prefer something else.
Cow it is.
Okay.
So yeah, within moments you have some cow jerky that's brought to you by a tiny little bird that's carrying more weight than it probably should.
Lovely.
Add 5 pounds of jerky. Should last you a while.
Wow. Let me get that teriyaki though.
The bird probably weighs about 20 grams, but yeah. Its muscles are like Helga's. All right. So, within the next You have to walk to this. She's not teleporting you anywhere. But you pretty much are going to be taken to like a very, very back corner of this little hut back here near the Circle Conclave. And she's going to take you to the Moon Gate, where you see right above it, it says, "Where the moon watches, destruction learns." Another motto. And as you guys get there, you see in the background it's like a bluish greenish portal, and like the reflection of one of New Luna's moons is in it. And then it flickers to a dark orange color. And Kaga tells you all to step back as the druid who was doing the trial finally emerges. What you see emerge is about an 8-foot tall fire elemental that is burning hot, extremely hot. And like Kaga pretty much like moves you all back like 20 feet. Like everything around like on the ground is just like smoldering. And you see the fire elemental like dim a little, and then notice it's out of the portal. You see it shake and the flames start to dim, and turns into Naya, your little gnome that you met just over a couple weeks ago, who used to be Ian.
Oh, right.
I had forgotten the name Naya.
Talos, you're the only one who knows who this person is. Fully. And she just turns to all of you as she's back in her normal gnomish form, still smoldering a little, with her obsidian fire moth on her back. Kaga, your husband's an asshole. He's missing a little bit more fur. You're welcome. That sucked. Oh, hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello there.
What's up?
We're just
You
about to
gotta
step
do
in.
the whole thing.
Okay. Wow. Kaga's just going to put her hand up and go, "They're not allowed to know anything that goes on in there. You know them. Right. How? Naya here showed up about 4 or 5 days ago. She said she was drawn to this area. She's just going to look at Ben and go, have a memory of a lot of her past life. I'm told that sounds familiar. She didn't really tell me a lot, but she did say she met a few people when she first woke up. She just didn't tell me who. Right.
I mean, are you really surprised it was us again? We're kind of everywhere.
No, I probably shouldn't. Naya's just gonna say, yeah, you guys told me to go to the sanctuary, but as I was flying around, I just kind of, flew here, flew there, and then I felt drawn to this place, and, well, I was told in order to learn anything, I gotta go through a stupid trial.
You do you. Go where you're drawn.
Anyway, she's just gonna, like, look at her hands and go, he showed me how to turn into that, though.
Well, that's cool.
That was a first. You'd be able to tell. Give me a quick insight check on her, please.
Everyone or just Talos?
All of you.
My insight is now +3. Ooh. That's a whole 10.
Okay. Sabryn, the level of magic she's channeling, she's learned a lot quick. Like for a druid to be able to turn into a fire elemental at will is a high level druid.
Neat.
She was 8 when you guys first, I think. 6 or 8? I can't remember what level you guys were at the time. 6? I think she was 8. I think you guys had
8, I
one of you
think?
drank it. I think you were going to go to 8 at the time.
I
Yeah,
don't feel like it was that long
she's
ago,
at least 12-ish in skill in a week ish. So something went on
Well-
in there that she learned a lot.
Hopefully we learn just as much as you did in our own way. I still think this is a huge waste of time, but
So did I.
happy for
but
you.
Interesting fellow. Asshole.
That's what our notes said about him too.
Yeah, he can be. Anyway, I need to sleep and eat and, well, ice bath. I'm a little warm on the inside. Good luck. I'll wait out here
Have
for
fun.
you guys to come back. I'd like to catch up. You're really
It's
the
only
only.
been like 6 days.
Yeah, I know. But you're the first people I ever met.
Aw. Do you imprint on us like a baby bird? Are we your parents now?
Oh, no, just.
Oh, okay, just checking. It's
I
fine.
haven't
No,
really
it's
made
fine.
any other friends, and I don't know. I wouldn't say friends, but yeah, we'll workshop it. Weird.
I would say friends.
And she just like literally looks at Kaga and just starts flying away with her mouth.
Okay, bye!
That one's a weird one. Interesting. You guys are connected to many things more than I knew about. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Her story is different. She came into this world with a lot of knowledge on magic. A lot.
No.
I've seen a few of her path before, but none one has. She enjoys fire. Whew. She started a few when she first came here. Well, anyway, good luck. I will wait here for you. All I can say is be true to you.
We always are.
So, the first trial, once you guys walk in, we can do this 2 ways. The trial of truth is basically a question and answer period between you and who you assume is going to be Alias. We can either. This is something is only going to be spoken in your head, and you're all going to be teleported to the same place, but you're not going to know the rest of your friends are there. So we can either do this in secret, in a secret room, or you can just pretend you didn't hear any of it. I'm okay with either. If you would like to do this as a secret room, you just let me know.
I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna make it a secret room for me because I need to go for a sec. So
Okay. Then we will do you after. So this is going
I'll
to
be
be like
back.
a
I
question.
say I don't care.
Okay. Would you like to do this roll initiative, alphabetical by character name, or you just want me to pick and choose?
You pick and choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'll move you over
Except
to the
Talos.
map. Yeah, except Talos. All right. You are all teleported to a very, very nice. You're basically on a tree stump that's 30 feet high. You are rooted in place as soon as you are here. You can't move. You can speak. Your hands do not work, other than you can move your head and speak. You can see around. You are teleported to. It's hard to say, but it looks to be the same light level, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning by now. The sun's higher than it was when you first got here. You're in a different type of tree area than you were before, and you don't smell the salt sea air anymore. You're not near the ocean. You're somewhere. You don't hear or you don't sense movement or presence, but in your heads, you all hear a very, very deep, rumbling, guttural voice. Greetings. 6 of you. Sorry, one at a time. Helga is actually here too and is being allowed to participate, not that you know. Greetings. This trial consists of 3 escalating phases, each themed around different aspects of nature's fury. You are in a place that I created called the Stormheart Hollow, an ancient druidic arena where, well, I can pretty much do anything I want. Yeah. You are not here as druids, so this is new for me. This is the same greeting for all of you. Anyway, I am Archdruid alias Ashmantle. Are you ready to begin the trial?
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, by the way, a surge goes off immediately.
I'm going to
If
tell
it
you
can.
it won't. It can't. You have a sense that your magic is not there right now.
Okay.
You can't do anything other than answer. Can I have charisma saves from anyone? Just a straight roll. No abilities. You can use your modifier, but you can't add anything to it. You are on the what's called the pretty much a stump of truth. It's got a massive zone of truth spell on it.
28.
Okay.
28.
With just your charisma mod, would you roll?
I need to take. Sorry, I need to take off that the other 4.
Okay.
So
I thought that was the mod. It's like, that's
yeah, I forgot about the aura. So subtract 24.
Okay.
It's just
A
straight roll.
D20. Yeah.
So no advantage from
Oh.
other things.
Nope.
Oh, so it's not a saving throw?
It's still a saving throw? Yes.
Okay.
So it's a D20 plus your charisma save.
Yeah, without the aura.
Yep.
20 minus 1 for me.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Perfect.
I have a question. Just
Yes, ma'am.
mechanically, because it's something that I as Saint choose, can I roll a lucky on this?
No.
Because I don't know the result yet?
No, this is literally you're in a zone of truth and an anti-magic thing on you. Nothing's gonna work.
Okay. So it's not...
This is just for me to know how deep I learn things.
Right, but I'm the one making the roll, not Sabryn. That's just why I'm asking, because it's not a
sorry.
ability she has, it's an ability I have as the player.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just checking.
Yeah.
And I forgot to roll for Helga as well. Let me do
That's
that real
okay.
quick.
I'm just gonna say
Damn.
he's learning everything from her. Don't worry.
Okay, then I'll use this as mine.
Okay.
Which is a 20... Nope. 29.
Ooh. Okay. All right. That'll work. Perfect. Let's start off with... We'll end with Ben, just because I want to end with Ben. Talos.
For the drama, he says.
For the drama. This might go half hour, if that's okay with everybody. Everyone good? Okay.
Okay.
Talos, you feel a very, very unsettling presence in and around you, like worse than when you were near Alias and the mirrors. This is like a pressure that's just shattering every piece of bolt you have. In your head, you hear, "What I learned recently about you makes me think I should kill you now before you become a blood mage. But thankfully you have no blood. You appear to be a wizard of some skill, are you not?"
That is a fair assessment.
What do you remember about the day you decided to become a wizard?
Ooh. That's shortly after for me, my start at work at the sanctuary. So I don't think a decision is the correct description of this. It just felt right at the time.
Was there a specific person that helped you on this path? Or did you just find a book?
I want to get up my backstory because I can't remember their name.
You didn't
didn't tell me.
You just
You
gave me names of
Yes, but a name I did mention, I imagine they would have
I'm
had
good
an
with that.
effect.
Okay.
But I can't. I've lost my backstory.
That's okay. I know who you're talking about here. Let me bring that up. Talos' memory bank.
Yeah, Moray Cooper.
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Moray Cooper. The librarian. Right.
Aside from my, who I thought was my creators, I suppose the repairers is more accurate now. Moray Cooper would have helped me make this decision.
Right. And, well, the death of a friend or colleague usually makes a person want to know how and why. So tell me, why have you put off finding out who killed her?
Because I didn't know if it was the case. In fact, I'm still not sure. I still didn't know it was the case that she was dead. I heard rumors, and well, as any good pursuit of knowledge does, we work off what we know, not what we've heard to be true. I know her to be missing. I know her to be missing. I've marked her as dead in my head, but I'd like to think that. Okay.
Under all that metal and magic, what is it that defines you as you? I have a lot of deep questions for you guys, just to let you know.
Now you're asking questions about this character I haven't asked.
I know.
Defines me as... I think initially learning or wanting to know, but I think it's not what that's not me now. Helping is probably closer. My entire journey so far has been helping these people, this group.
Yes. You've been doing good at that. When and if you find your creator, what will you do?
That I do not know. Because on one hand, what I've learned is they have done terrible, terrible things. On the other, they are my curator. And so I feel like I owe them... No, I don't think I owe them anything. They've abandoned me in that sense.
What does being an ambassador mean to you?
I think this is back to helper. Connector, bringing sides together. Making sure both sides are heard.
If the rest of your party died, would you see your mission through to the end?
I would try.
What do you want?
What do you want in life?
I don't know.
What do you think death is like for your kind?
I imagine dark and just empty. I've experienced unconsciousness, and that was me just being off. And as far as I can tell, there is very little difference between death and just being off.
Do you think you're
Do you
alive?
think you're alive?
I imagine a life requires a soul, and until I can prove or disprove that I have one, no.
What is it like having more than one voice in your head?
Annoying.
Agreed. Are you scared to face your past?
No.
This world has so much history that you have only scraped the edges of what's going on. Does your programming allow you to believe in God, even though you have met a few?
I suppose that depends on how you're defining belief in God. I've met them. They're in my memory. They are a person of high power. Whether them being a god means anything other than that, I cannot say.
If given the chance to help Rutheny with her studies full-time, or try to destroy what she is working on, what would you choose?
Okay, there's our character. I'm trying to remember who Rutheny is. That's the person working on with the ley line, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh. On one hand, it is a very interesting subject. I don't think I fully understand what she is doing. On the other, what she is doing is so dangerous that I do not know if it would be safe to destroy.
Right. And of everyone you have met, who scares you the most, and who do you trust the most? There's two questions on here you're all getting, by the way, if you want to think about it. You're all getting, what does an ambassador mean to you? And if the rest of your party died, would you see through your mission to the end? So, yeah, who scares you the most, and who do you trust the most, Talos?
Well, I think what scared me the most. Weirdly enough, I think I trust Francisco the most. That being said, he has changed. I think for the better, which I suppose only increased my standing. Because while he was not on the straight and narrow before, when he said he was going to do something, he followed through and did it. That's what scares me the most. Ren was quite scary recently. But whatever the hell the thing that came out of Francisco's father, our character, I've forgotten his name.
Priences.
Wherever the entity that came out of Priences, I think I mark that as what scares me the most.
You feel a tap at tap at your chest. You scare me the most with what you can do. Fate is a tricky thing. Don't fuck with it. And the voice goes away in your head. Sabryn. The same voice in your head. Sabryn Scythehill. Such tragedy for one to die so young. To leave everything you had once thought and dreamed of behind, just because your sister wanted to see the portal site. Who do you blame more? The ox that ran you over, or your sister?
I think Sabryn is panicking.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like this. I think this is telepathic, so...
Yep.
It's telepathic, right?
Sure
Or
is.
did I? Just, okay.
This is almost like a fatherly tone for you.
Yeah, she's swearing at him in her head, and basically just, like, repeating, let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up. And it's straight up
like to
not...
Here.
Yep,
He
yep,
like pretty much
yep,
just like
please.
makes you let you.
Yep,
Okay.
I
sorry.
don't... Okay, thank you.
If you were a druid,
like
I would have
that.
slashed at you, but that is fine. This is different for me too, trust me.
Just kind of
But please
shakes
answer
it
the
out.
question.
Um...
Answering it is good for both of us. If you don't know the answer, that
I
is
don't blame
okay, too.
either of them.
Would it help you to know that the ox was protecting its young from a bunch of wolves in the area? And both of you would have died had it not been there.
I've never blamed the ox. I mean, as far as I remember, it really was just doing whatever, a wild animal would have done. And I don't blame my sister. She was really just kind of doing the same. I could have stopped her. If anyone's to blame, it's me.
Well, your sister lived because you made a quick decision and acted without hesitation.
Yeah. And that's why I'm okay with it.
I'll bet 10 years later you survived. Why didn't you just go through the door? At home? Why look in?
Well, I was planning on going, but then I got there and they had moved on and they were fine, and I didn't see the point in bringing back up what had happened. They can move on, and so could I. But I wasn't the same as I was when I was there anyways. I didn't know what I was or what I could do or anything, and it felt like maybe it might be better if I just tried to figure that out first before. Maybe I was avoiding them. But
Did you know that your father saw you through the mirror on the wall, looking through the window? He never said a word to anybody about it. Assuming it was
did
just
he
somebody
even know
lost
it
or
was
hungry.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't assume he knew who it was anyways.
Had you stayed, you would have saw a plate of food appear at the windowsill a few minutes later.
He's a kind man. That doesn't surprise me.
No. What does being an ambassador mean to you?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have seen it as sort of, being kind of like the middle child. You're kind of always intervening between, your older sibling and your younger sibling, and even if you're not the voice of reason, you still have to be, heard, or at least calmer than them. I think if we can just get both sides to listen to each other, then even if it doesn't work out, we tried.
Will the wolf listen to the rabbit?
Well, if they both think they're the wolf, maybe.
If the rest of your party died, would you see your mission through to the end, no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if... I mean, I don't know how long this is supposed to take, but if it took, like, 100 years or 200 years or something, and if they had died along that way, I mean, even Talos, if he shut down or something, then, I mean, if I'm still there, you know, we were given this job, I think, you know, by the planet,
She's
it's
a fickle
important.
bitch.
I hope she's okay. She seemed stressed last time I saw her, but, you know, she gave it to us, and until she tells us that, you know, it's not needed anymore, then I don't see why I wouldn't try and still do it. I'm sure if something did happen to the others, and it was important that there were a certain number of people, or I needed help, she would send more people. That's what she did with us, right? So I'm sure she has a plan.
Yeah, you read a lot, I see. Knowledge
I have
is
a lot of
power.
time.
I know that more than most. If you had to choose between losing all your knowledge or all of your magic, what would you choose?
I can always relearn stuff. I can reread stuff again.
What if you couldn't? What
I
would
could
you
learn
choose?
new stuff.
Mm-hmm. But what if you could never do anything magical again? Would you still choose knowledge?
My magic doesn't come from knowledge, though.
Talos's does.
Yeah.
But what if that would still not work for you? Would you still choose knowledge?
I don't understand the question.
Basically,
What is he asking me?
if someone took your magic away and you could never get it back, would you rather have magic or the ability to read?
Oh. I'd rather have my magic. You know, it's protecting me, and I can use it to protect others, and knowledge is power, sure, but if you can't do anything with that power or knowledge, then what is it really used for? How can it be helpful? If all you do is learn the stuff and then you never actually use it, you're just kind of learning it to learn it, and that's not very helpful.
Well, words can do a lot, and being an ambassador and knowing what to say and when to say it is quite key, but magic is very useful in the right situation. Yours is different.
It kind of does what
Very
it wants,
different.
but I like that about it.
You also
It's
appear
never
to
done
have
me wrong.
ties with two very dark entities within you, one forced and one chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And you reek of Drax.
Mm-hmm.
Not that is that a bad thing, don't get me wrong. That one is just too wild for most of our tastes.
Well,
I can help send you to someone to rid yourself of the forced one, but that would also rid yourself of the chosen one. And I don't think you would like the process or the end result, which is why I asked if you would like knowledge or power.
I'm happy with my power. So far, the chosen one has been very useful and gives me a lot of power. And the forced one, I don't know what that is yet, but it hasn't actually done anything besides be a little mean to me, which I can handle. But
source of your surges.
well, if that sucks, if
I have a feeling later on it might take them over, and you won't have the ability to try to keep them down.
well, I don't control it now.
You have a little,
But if
imagine them going off every second.
If it starts hurting instead of helping, I have no problem getting rid of it. I have magic from other places.
You have magic from many places.
I have magic from lots of places. And I trust that Lunaro or Drax would show me the next, way of getting power without
I see
that.
about 8 different hands have their claw around you right now. I do not want to be the 9th, but I will if I must. Us or them? Who's worth more saving if it came to war?
That's not for me to choose.
Well, what side would you be on? Or would you sit it out and wait for the victor?
No, I can't sit it out. There's people I care about that would be in danger. I don't think sit it out is the right way to go, but unless, you know, other forces said which side to be on, or the group decided one way or the other, I think I would probably just have to pick a spot and try and protect my people there from whoever attacks, regardless of which side. There's people you can't trust on both. And
Correct.
war will do what it does. I've never been in one, but I can't imagine it's, healthy. So.
Suffice to say, there's more here that are bad than there. Mainly because we outnumber them. But
I don't know. I mean, from what they told us, they have more bad than they have good, but I haven't seen that for myself yet.
Yes. It was very troubling in there. And if you pass the trial, you will learn a lot more. But that is the final question. Thank you. Tooth.
Can I? Sorry. Before however it ends or whatever,
Yep.
I don't want to ask him anything necessarily.
Nope.
Can I just get a vibe check?
Insight?
Yeah.
Sure, roll it up.
I just want to vibe check him and see what I can read off of him.
Yep.
Oof, that was almost good. Let's see. It's like 19.
This is definitely an interview. He's getting to know you. He's trying to decide whether or not he's hiring you for your job, basically. But he's definitely on the up and up, and you'd be able to know he knows every single thought, memory. He knows everything about you. Somehow.
Okay.
Tooth. Orion Snaggletooth Falkenstone. A lot of regret I sense in you, young Master Dwarf. Also a deep rage that you try to hide inside of you. What do you dwell on more, regret or rage?
Well, on how? What do I think about at night?
Yeah.
Regret.
Well, so. What do you think your family thought of when your picture was posted about you being an ambassador in the paper?
I think my family would think somehow the paper made a mistake.
You are older and have a much larger beard, but do you think you would have been recognized? I can tell you were.
I do think they would. My brother, definitely. I think they all would.
If you saw Araman now, what would you do?
I can tell you honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I would speak with him, walk away, or fight him. The moment would matter.
Does it help to know that he was aboard one of the Dwarven Navy ships that blew up when Fortune Island exploded?
He's dead.
Do you really want to know the answer?
I don't need to know that. No.
What does being an ambassador mean to you?
I feel like it's my job to stand in the way of violence and misunderstanding, especially against the land, the earth.
If the rest of your party died, would you see your mission through to the end?
I believe I would try. Yes. I think they each would, too.
What is your legacy that you wish to leave as a mark upon this world?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe... I want people to be accepted for what they are. People who knew me, knew that I didn't judge them, maybe.
Did killing Nimir mean that much to you?
I think it was maybe the first thing I'd ever done that felt worth telling anybody about.
Did you follow the path of the bear to mock it? Embrace it? Or because you felt shame for being exiled?
Maybe both of the last two, but I wanted to embrace it. I felt that with what Prex taught me and the way that we lived, it was, to be a bear, wild animal, was nothing to be ashamed of.
What if it had been Prex that attacked you, not the bear? Do you think the outcome would have been the same?
No. I'd be dead.
Yes, you would have. You miss her.
Yes.
Did you love her?
Yes.
What do you think your life would be like if you never helped save this group of misfits? And are you glad you did it?
I'm very glad. I'm not glad for everything happening. I'm not glad for the dome. But I think I would have been much more aimless without this.
Do you have any questions for me? That's all I have for you.
No, I wish to complete the trial. We have much to do.
Yes, you do. Francisco. Francis Santrill. Francisco de Corsair. Francis Bainray. Francisco Bainray. So many names for one so young, not accounting for the 27 other aliases you've used over the years. Half drow, half human boy, turned pirate, murderer, womanizer, terror of the seas, deckhand, first mate, captain, even if it was short term, turned into one old dwarf's hope to give you a better life. Then you became an unwilling protector of a magical metallic wizard and 2 young reborn students. You befriended a dwarf, became a father, became an unwilling ambassador, made some friends, killed some old friends, came to terms with unwanted family, killed a father, gave an oath to a goddess. Busy life so far. What's next?
I have no idea.
There's a lot going on. You must have some idea. Or is it just one foot in front of the other?
I'm going to complete whatever it is I'm doing here.
Even if the rest of your party died, would you see the mission to the end?
I believe that's part of my agreement now. So
You've made many agreements.
I have.
You've kept up most of them, forgotten a few of them, abandoned a couple of them. What does being an ambassador mean to you?
Not a hell of a lot.
It doesn't to a lot of people, especially
Yeah.
when it's forced.
Exactly. This wasn't something of my choosing. I don't even fully agree with why I was chosen in the first place. But if it keeps a level of destruction down, then I'll see to that point.
I've known many ambassadors. It's the one who want the job you have to be wary of. Because they like playing both sides. The ones who don't have a choice, they learn a lot more than the other. If you were given the chance at freedom, knowing everything that is going on in the world, would you take it?
I kind of already had that chance when my little wrist thing was took off. So, no.
If it was a choice between saving Janet, Annabelle, or Lunara, who would you choose? You can only choose one.
Janet.
What's more important to you? Being a hero? Being a father? Or being remembered?
None of those things.
Then what is important to you?
I'm not meant to be a father. That wasn't them. I don't give a fuck about being a hero. If I did, I would have made a lot of different choices in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, being remembered having a big name sounds fine. But I'd rather be on a dinghy in some far corner of the sea.
Do you miss your ship?
Very much.
Do you think you'll ever be back aboard at full time?
Not unless I'm a captain.
Do you think you're like your father?
No.
What's your end goal?
Of what?
Life. After being
To
an
just
ambassador, what do you want to do after and if everything goes to normal?
sail. Just have peace.
Do you think there will be peace?
Is there ever?
No. But there's contentment. And usually times of struggle end for a while, but they always do come back.
And The next ambassador can take care of that.
Understood. Do you have anything for me?
Yeah. Why do you hide away?
Because someone has to make the hard decisions that no one else wants to make. And like you, I've made many deals. And I have to stick with them.
Maybe.
Would you be interested to know Janet's not the only one?
The only one.
Child, that's yours.
Okay, wait, what?
You've been a busy boy over the years. There are a few others. Most of them are doing quite well.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not necessarily unexpected. I haven't received any word, so obviously,
I don't think you will.
obviously those women came to the same conclusion. I know already.
That is okay. Most of them are in orphanages, so it's okay.
What do you mean they're in orphanages?
Well, you ran with a rough crowd. Not all the mothers are still alive, so don't worry.
No. That's
It's something for another time,
no.
but it's a thought.
Fuck.
I will try to get you the list.
I'd appreciate that.
There's only at least 5 that I know of.
5? Wait. Oh my god.
Twins are something you are quite good at, I'm told.
Twin? I have twins?
Yes, a couple.
Oh my god.
That is your final thought before he withdraws, sir. Benjamin! Huh. You get a sense of whatever this creature was about to judge you has, like, you in the distance you just hear a massive thump that rattles a bunch of trees. You do not look like she did. Not at all. Do you have all of your old memories back?
Not all of them. A decent amount.
Do you remember me?
I don't.
Do you remember her?
Who specifically?
I sense something in there that you do?
I do.
This is both good and bad news. Interesting. I did not see this. Huh. But why would I? You're not her. I am sorry, but I must proceed with the trials, even though I know deep within my heart I should let you pass anyway. You are no longer who you were. This might tear Karga. We'll deal with that. What does being an ambassador mean to you?
I think it means facilitating peace, making sure that things go smoothly. I don't think there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah. If the rest of your party died, would you see your mission through to the end?
I would probably try.
Would you rise up to become the leader of this new group of heroes to help us get through these troubling times? Or would you fade away, hoping to once again be unseen, unheard, unloved?
If I had to take the lead, I would try. I would make no guarantees that I would be good at leading.
You can never have true confidence until you try. If given the chance at becoming who you once were, or to stay as you are, what would you choose?
I think I choose to stay as I am.
Knowing when that you finally get the heads of Lunara and the Fae at the table to talk, and they all look over you to answer a question, will you falter?
I would hope I would.
Would you look to the rest of your party to answer for you? Or do you think you would put aside any anxiety and answer straight away?
I would probably look to my party, so that for the best response. Though I would also provide as much input as I can.
Right. Do you miss your daily life of the sanctuary?
I do somewhat. It was simpler.
Very simple. Do you ever think you would go back there to learn or teach? You'd make a good teacher.
If given the choice, I would consider it.
If you would like to know more about your past, I'd be happy to fill in any gaps. Just not today.
Thank you.
I would like to call you daughter-in-law, but you are not who you once were. This is going to be interesting, for sure. And the voice fades away from you. You all find yourselves sitting on the same stump, able to move, able to talk, able to communicate, and you're all together.
What does this man look like?
He's about to show you.
Oh, okay.
From behind the forest, you feel the ground shake and move. He's about 200 feet back, and you can tell that the trees are moving out of the way for him. Eventually, out steps. He's about 60 feet tall. He is the Ashmantle, and he's pretty much King Kong.
Okay.
He is masked. But, he doesn't make a lot of, other than his weight, he doesn't make a lot of movement. And he
I
comes
imagine
down
that the missing fur on the kneecap is from
there's a little, yeah.
our girl.
From Naya, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd also notice for the first time, some of this area is still singed, and he hasn't had time to repair it. Greetings. I'm the Ashmantle, alias. What you just went through was for you and you alone. If you would like to discuss what happened with your friends, You can, but only after after the third trial is done. So, Ben, be who you want to be. But remember that your opinions matter, and it's okay to tell everyone around you to shut the fuck up and listen. Or to go sit on a thorn bush. Francisco, the trial ahead of you will be many. Try not to think on your past too much. The future is yours to make. Helga, you were pulled into this situation and given no chance to live your own life. But your courage, wit, and charm will help keep these assholes on their path. But remember, for every one you chop down, plant 2. And like a deep rumble on the plant 2. And she's got her axe in her hand and it's shaking a little. She's chopped down a lot of trees in her life. Might have been something regarding
I definitely
that.
killed someone with a tree.
Yes.
Sir. Yeah. My bad, bro.
Sabryn. Friends are great to have. Family is a very special thing. Be brave. Go say hi. You might find that after the tears are over, and there will be many, it won't be as bad as you think. As for your inner issues...
I'll go rescue my brother.
As for your inner issues, let me know if you need help, but the price is high. Tooth. It's okay to be angry or to give in to your anger. But remember that your own sanity and health is important. Even if everything's gone to shit around you, remember what she taught you. Take the time to rest, relax, and have some quiet time. Everyone needs a vacation. But always keep your axe close, and use it if you must. And if you must use it, make sure you are the only one still standing, no matter what. Also, like some of the others here, family is important. Stop running away from yours. Talos. Like I told Ben, remember that you are not only here to just protect Sabryn. Your opinion matters, and if all that programming in your metal skull tells you that they're doing something wrong or dangerous, speak up. It's okay to lead, not just follow. But if you turn back into who you were before, I will find you and rip you apart. You have the potential inside of you to do great things and some very nasty things. And yes, there is a soul in there. It's trapped inside of a crystal. But you do have one. Are you ready for trial number 2?
What is the point of trial number 2 exactly?
To gauge your resolve. I want to know if you're going to do
if you know what we've already
said.
done.
I know what you've done. I want to know how far you're going to go under the pressure. That's something that you can't control.
We haven't controlled any of this.
You've had some. But this is more of a Druid trial that I've changed for, well, a group. So feel free to help each other through this one. So, are you ready for the Breath of the Storm? This is a trial to test your endurance, your reaction speed, and your abilities under pressure.
This is pointless.
You start stretching.
Everything has a purpose. Sabryn.
I didn't say it didn't have a purpose. I said it was pointless.
Pointless, a little bit. I'm going to change you over to Stormheart Hollow. And next session, you all got to try and find out how to get to the middle of the Maelstrom. It is a massive electrical storm There's lava on the ground, there's wind in the air, and you can tell that you are to run through the storm no matter what and try to get to the middle.
Is my magic back?
Yep.
Because it would surge as soon as it's back.
Give me a surge, please. D20 and D100.
We all died. First time.
She was very unhappy to be restrained.
Oh, yeah. Let me find where I put it.
You are all immune to lightning damage.
It's highly possible.
Oof. I don't know, you guys. That's a 4.
We haven't had. Oh,
That's
no,
not the
I
great
want extreme.
table. No, it's not extreme. It's just not the great table.
It would be very funny if. Let's see how well you survive this. And you're dead.
Yeah.
Teleported away immediately. 55.
Oh, you're protected from fiends for 1 hour. Such creatures cannot attack you or harm you unless they succeed a charisma save. There's no fiends
I'm assuming
here.
that doesn't apply.
No, sorry, 55 or 54?
55.
Okay, yeah, all right. 54 would have been fine. For the next minute, you can pass through any solid or non-magical wall that is 6 inches or fewer in thickness.
Wow.
Oh, in 56, you would have permanently gained 1
I've gotten
first
that
level
one
spell
before.
slot, but forgot 1 cantrip. Yep.
I've done that one. And then I re-got the cantrip back.
I know. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nope.
useless.
It goes off. I feel a little protected from something not even in the immediate vicinity, and then I just move on.
Nope.
Nothing bad
If
ever
Francisco
happened.
was a tiefling still, you might have felt a little bit sheltered against him.
I just kind of go, in my head, I'm just like, still in control! And just nothing happens.
Yep. Nope. Cool. Thanks, guys. That was fun.